running out of stock, and we're running out the clock. I fail once, never stop. I am unbeatable, I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah.
What a game we have for you this Sunday afternoon in the British Basketball League as the battle rages for second and third place in the playoff seedings. This season, the games between Caledonia and Cheshire have been epic, and there is so much riding on this final season decider. With Cheshire currently leading 2-1, Caledonia need to win this game by 7 points to hold what could be a decisive tiebreaker. I'm so glad I get the honour of calling this game alongside Azania Stewart. Caledonia arrive at the Play Sport Arena in East Kilbride as one of the form teams of the league. They've won their last 4 and they've only been beaten twice at home in 2024. They're currently sat in 3rd position in the league and are only 1 win behind today's opposition, Cheshire. Quade Green has been at the Gladiators for just 7 weeks and has made a huge difference to their offense. Cheshire had a massive comeback win just last night against the Surrey Scorchers. They were down as many as 16 points before clutch performances from LaQuincy Rideau and Aaron Rye got them the W. They are 8-2 in the last 10, but Ben Thomas will be keen to ensure there's no repetition of the poor display they put on against Bristol last week when they were lucky to escape with just a 14-point defeat. The Play Sport Arena in East Kilbride is the battlefield for this clash. As you check out the standings in the British Basketball League, the battle for second is the topic of the day. The Cheshire Phoenix currently hold that position, but Caledonia Gladiators are hot on their tails. British Basketball League Championship action, the Caledonia Gladiators taking on the Cheshire Phoenix. Tip-off is just around the corner, 4:30 p.m. And my name is Tahi Haja alongside Azania Stewart for this one. A Loch Ness monster of a game between the Caledonia Gladiators and the Cheshire Phoenix. We're looking forward to this one. See, it's got all the makings of what could possibly be a classic.
Yeah, fantastic. And all well said. The start of the show was fantastic to hear. Well done.
Thank you very much.
I love that. But you're right. This isn't a classic. Fighting for second position. You know, Phoenix did play just last night, and that's why I'm a little bit worried for them today.
Well, we're going to have a look at some of their form guides now, starting with the Caledonia Gladiators. This is how they've got on in their last 4 results. They've took victories against all of their 4 previous fixtures, Surrey and Newcastle twice, and the Leicester Riders. No easy opponents there.
No, not easy, but that is fantastic. 4 dubs in a row. They're feeling good, they're playing good, and they're playing fantastic and at the right time coming down to the playoffs.
Well, if they win against Cheshire Phoenix, they'll keep on rolling, and these are the remaining fixtures that they will have. The 14th of April, 19th of April, they'll finish in the Southwest against the Bristol Flyers and at home against the Plymouth City Patriots as well, just before that. Tough matchups for them?
Yeah, tough, but I feel like they're playing with such confidence. If they can win this game as well, you know, get set in that second place, they'll be feeling good going into those 3 games.
Well, let's take a look at what Cheshire's previous performances have looked like. You know, there was a loss there against the Bristol Flyers, a really disappointing one, but they bounced back against the Surrey Scorchers after being down by 16.
Yeah, that Bristol game, I commentated it. You know, they just couldn't get themselves flowing. I felt like Bristol came out really early on the defensive end, and if anything, Caledonia can watch from that game.
Well, let's see what remaining fixtures they have in the British Basketball League regular season. There's 4 more to go. They take on Plymouth, who've been in good form of late. Then the Sheffield Sharks, then Newcastle, and finishing up at the league champions, the London Lions.
Yeah, that's tough, especially the 3 away games and this road win from last night. This road game from last night. So they've got a lot of travelling. That is a really difficult last 4 games. So they've got to, you know, make sure they clean up things and have a good game, yeah.
We're going to have a look at some of the action that's already taking place today. The Bristol Flyers are at home against the London Lions. Let's check in now. Dan Rutledge and Ron Padanostro are there. It's 56-60 the score. 30 seconds remaining in the third. London Lions being held nice and closely on the road against the Bristol Flyers. Well, let's take a look at the fixtures and the results that have taken place this weekend live on Sky Sports. The Bristol Flyers were the victors on the road against the Leicester Riders. Then on Friday, Plymouth City Patriots keep on rolling 77-68 against the Manchester Giants. On Saturday, just yesterday, less than 24 hours ago, the Phoenix defeated the Surrey Scorchers. Bristol Flyers and London Lions in action, as we've just mentioned. Caledonia taking on Cheshire coming up next. And later on today, Rob Paternoster and Dan Rowledge will take you through the Manchester Giants taking on the B. Braun Sheffield Sharks. Well, it's been a fun-filled weekend of British Basketball League Championship action, and there's more coming up. We've got analysis for you coming up right after the break. Welcome back. It's now time to dig deep into the analysis alongside myself, Tahi Hajat, and Azania Stewart. Caledonia taking on the Cheshire Phoenix. We've got some great talent on display, starting with this man, Q Money, Quade Green.
And a superstar he is. You know, he's joined midway through the season and is playing seamlessly and smoothly. Points per game, 26. He's playing wonderful to hear, can get to the bucket, slices, dices, does it all. A real needed for this team, because at points in Caledonia I was a little bit, you know, suspect. Who did they need to step up? They've got this guy and he is balling.
Well, battling inside the paint for the Caledonia Gladiators today will be the man called Clifton Moore Jr. He started to get into his rhythm heading into the playoffs.
Yeah, and I spoke about it. Points per game, 11, and he protects the rim as well. But we spoke about it on Inside the Paint, that the 1-2 punch between Green and Moore Jr. as he stares the offense down is incredible. How do you guard those two? And I think that's going to be a handful this afternoon for Cheshire.
Well, Cheshire Phoenix will do their best, and joining them on their roster today is the British Basketball League Trophy MVP, fresh off 30 points, just less than 24 hours ago. It's LaQuincy Rideau.
Yeah, 32 in fact. He was 7 from 12 from the floor. Hurt himself in that first quarter. They were down 16 versus Surrey just yesterday, but you know, he steps up. He is the dog of this Phoenix, doesn't back down, and he is playing very well, and he's going to have to step up again and drop 30 this afternoon.
Well, someone who is always consistent, Mr. Consistent, in fact, is Mr. Aaron Rye.
I think that's a great point. 26 points and 10 rebounds. Even in that loss versus Bristol, he was really the only one pushing forward. And maybe my vote for Player of the Year to here. I've really enjoyed his style. His slow-mo, you know, he loves the Euro step, you know, cutting through the paint. And he's going to have to step up also and help Rideau if they're going to try and clinch this second position.
Well, there's some of the individual talent for you, but we're going to be checking in with the starting fives for each of these teams. Starting with the Caledonia Gladiators, let's look how they line up. No Princeton onwards. In fact, it'll be a game time decision. Fraser Malcolm, Patrick Whelan, Clifton Moore Jr., Lucas Belita and Quade Green will start. For the Cheshire Phoenix, we've also got no Skylar White. He's down with illness. Their starting five is as follows: Maceo Jack, LaQuincy Rideau, EJ Stevens, Ethan Shagwar and Aaron Rye. Well, it's time to hear from our play callers ahead of today's action. They had a lot to say. A sell-out crowd tonight at Play Sport Arena. Looking forward to that atmosphere.
Yeah, it's been great all season. I mean, sell out almost every week now. The atmosphere's been amazing all year. We want to keep selling out because we want Steve to build a bigger arena for us in a couple of years' time. So we've got to keep getting those people coming in.
I mean, it's going to be a good matchup. Obviously, every game that we've played against them so far this season has been close. You know, I think we're up 6 at the moment in the head-to-head. So, you know, we're all to play for tonight.
I think they've played some very good basketball. We were second at Christmas time. That's what gave me the North All-Star head coach. And since then, we've lost a few games that maybe we shouldn't have, and they've been in that second place spot. But it's always been a goal for us is trying to become second this year. So 4 or 5 games left in the season. We'll see where we finish.
And of course, they now have Quade Green. He's in incredible form. How are you going to deal with him this evening?
Yeah, I mean, look, we played against him a few weeks ago, and he scored a lot, but we still came out on top. You know, not one single person can beat a team, and we've got to play as a team to try and limit him, to try and make him as inefficient as possible.
For us, it's about playing our defense, playing physical, making everybody uncomfortable. But offensively, share the ball, get some easy shots for us. But they, like you said, they've been Rideau's been key for them. We've got to try to control him, keep him out of the paint. He's been shooting the ball a lot better, especially last night. But over the weeks, he's definitely improved his three-point shoot.
We feel like we deserve second place as a team. You know, winning the trophy, being right up there all season long. I think we deserve to have that right. And tonight's test against these boys is going to be tough. But if we can come out of a win, you know, we're very close to securing it.
Well, before tip-off, I'm going to ask you one question. Who deserves second place?
Well, every time they play, it's under a 10-point game. I'm going to go with the home team, the Gladiators.
Well, we're going to find out how this all unfolds. The atmosphere is set. Caledonia Gladiators hosting the Cheshire Phoenix. Tip-off round the corner. Here are your officials ahead of today's clash: Ian McDonald, Chris Dodds and Jean-Paul Heron. We're getting ready. British Basketball League Championship action, the battle for second position. Caledonia Gladiators in a sold-out Play Sport Arena in East Kilbride take on the Cheshire Phoenix, the British Basketball League Trophy champions. The playoffs are just around the corner, and this means everything for these two teams. A lot of advantages for finishing in second place. My name is Tahir Hadja alongside Azania Stewart. Before the game, we're going to have a little ceremonial tip-off between one of the Caledonia Gladiators sponsors. So if you want to sponsor the British Basketball League, make sure you check out the website. You could be doing a ceremonial tip-off too. And now we're ready for this one. Well, Azania, before the break, you said that Caledonia are going to take this one. I'm guessing the fact that Cheshire played less than 24 hours ago has got something to do with that.
Yeah, I do. Sorry, I was waiting for the tip. The silence build the, suspense. But I just think they've been waiting a whole week, prepping, scouting for Phoenix to come in this building. Obviously, they've sold it out, and they've got to play a perfect game.
Well, there's the first bucket. It's good to go for Ethan Shagwar.
And Shagwar's limping, sorry. Just watch him, he hurt himself yesterday, and that's not a good look.
There's going to be a lot of battered and bruised bodies for the Cheshire Phoenix. They'll do their best, I'm sure. Clifton Moore Jr. getting to the opposite side of the rim. The bucket is good. Quick pause in play here, and there'll be a substitution. I think Ethan Shagwar will be heading off the court.
I think it might be Rideau, sorry.
We'll have a quick look at this for you.
It is Rideau. Rideau was limping. It's a quick sub.
That is not a good side for the Cheshire Phoenix. The Quincy Rideau headed to the bench after having a 32-point performance yesterday. And Q Money looking to get the party started in his bank account. Turns the ball over into the hands of Shagwar, pushing forward. Going end to end here, Ethan Shagwar! What fatigue!
Wow, you're right, what fatigue. Nobody picks him up, he just goes coast to coast. Great start. Incredible. That silenced the crowd very quick.
Well, here is Quade Green going to the ball screen action with Clifton Moore Jr. Loses it again. Quade Green has turned it over twice in consecutive plays. Aaron Wright gets it out to Stevens, trailing Ethan Shagwar for a triple. Yep. And Cheshire Phoenix are flying in hot.
Yeah, and maybe sometimes, when you're in game form, is better than waiting all week. You had to practice against each other. But good start from Phoenix, especially when we were so concerned that they only played less than 24 hours and had to travel to Scotland.
Well, the foul is called. Foul will be called on Ethan Shagwar, but let's see what he did here. He picked up the steal there, Azania, and then just went coast to coast, eyes on the rim, kaboom!
Yeah, nobody stopped him. Good job. If nobody comes in your way, why not go end to end?
Inside now to find an easy look for Fraser Malcolm.
Nice finish there. Good out of bounds play. They can execute those throughout the game.
Here's Rye. Shagwar pulling up for another triple. This time it's no good. It's kept alive though by Cam Holden. Cheshire Phoenix get a second chance opportunity here. The ball screen from Shagwar. Rye diving into the paint. Foul is called.
You can see how much, Rye magnets all the defense, suck to him, and that's why he's so good. He can drive and then kick, so that's what he needs to constantly do. His teammates have to be ready to shoot the ball because he just brings so much defense to him every possession.
Shagwar back in possession. Down into the block with Holden. He's got the mismatch here against Quade Green, and he takes full advantage. There's LaQuincy Rideau. A few stretches and ice here to see if he can get himself match fit to some degree as Green opens his bank account.
Yes, that's a nice mid-range jump shot. Again, getting into the gut of the in the middle there, and then nice jump shot.
Back to basket, Aaron Rye. Weaving, twisting, turning, the bucket is good, and one there for Aaron Rye. Patrick Whelan, hands up in the air saying, how come, referee?
Yeah, and he stopped midway there, Whelan. Let's have a look at this. He kind of pulled his hands out. But he got tangled in the back. And good job by Rye. Playing through it.
Chance at the three-point play here for the Cheshire Phoenix. And there are the Knicks Nation in their numbers, as always on the road, supporting their beloved team.
Love that. And they came with their drums.
They got a whole drum line
Yeah,
there, Azania.
they did. It's going to be needed.
Uh-oh, another turnover here inside EJ Stevens. Patrick Whelan slips away from him. Butterfingers on that play.
Yeah, Whelan just kind of cracking at the seams. Just needs to take his time, and a foul also called.
A foul called here on Cam Holden for a hold. And the full court pressure here. They want to put the intensity on Caledonia, maybe build up a strong lead, Azania.
Yeah, you're right, and this full court press, making it a bit difficult, running down the clock. So their offense is, you know, running it at 14 seconds. Look how far they are away. Good defense, sorry, by Phoenix. Fantastic defense.
They lost the first two quarters of the game yesterday, and we'll be looking to rectify that as Quade Green goes all the way round, but gets it to go. Holden now, Rye rolls it in for two.
Fantastic running for Rye. Outrun the Caledonia defense. As soon as they scored, Green scored, bang, they're out. Get the ball out very, very quickly and down the other end.
This team does not look like they played just yesterday. They're full of enthusiasm at this moment in time. Green now to the right hand, but that will cool you off a little.
Yeah, and he always, that's his little sweet spot, doesn't he? He loves the middle of the paint. 15, less than 15-footer jump shot.
Here's Shagwa going to the right hand, high off the glass. That was a tough take against Clifton Moore Jr. Whelan. That's knocked away by Shagwa. He's a little annoyed at himself there. Well, of course, there's a head-to-head battle here to be won as well. Cheshire Phoenix are 2-1 in the regular season. Caledonia Gladiators will want to ensure that they get victory here to give themselves the advantage. I'm unsure of the points difference at this moment in time. I'll update you on now. Have you got it?
It was 7.
7 points.
Yeah.
That's the difference. So Caledonia will need to win this game by 7 points or more to ensure themselves.
From you in the opener.
Yeah,
I wrote that in my notes.
Sometimes you record these things, it goes, and then you're on to the next thing, and you've got to forget about what you've just said before.
I'm
Otherwise,
here for you. We're a team as well to hear.
That's right. That's what we like to hear. Lucas Paliza misses the triple. As Cheshire hold an 8-point lead early in this one. 5 minutes 30 remaining in the first. Cam Holden turning the corner again. There's bags of space here for the Cheshire Phoenix. Stevens misses the triple. Paliza, Patrick Whelan going to the left hand for two.
Really nice from Whelan. You get a couple more of those.
Well, listen, we said this had all the makers of a classic. They've all started at blistering pace in this game. Shagwa. Stevens. Hesitation, gets 2 feet in the paint, onto his right hand, gets the friendly bounce.
Soft touch. And you're right, every time they've played each other back in November, 24th was a 9-point game, and then 2 days later they played each other again in regular season, and then it was a 10-point game. So Phoenix won that the first, and then Caledonia won the second. So these teams have played each other a lot this season.
A foul is called here as Patrick Whelan almost gets the and one play. He's going to go to the line, 2 shots to come. But what we're going to do is we're going to have a quick break because we need it. It's been a heck of a game to start. So we'll be back with you very, very shortly. Welcome back. LeQuincy Rideau is back on the court. He actually went out in the first few seconds injured, but after a few stretches and a little bit of ice, he's back on the floor. And yesterday, he had a double-double of 32 points, 12 rebounds, almost had a triple-double. He had 8 turnovers.
Yeah, that's the wrong stat line that you want to be a triple-double in, but good to see him back on the floor. We'll have to keep an eye on him. He's definitely not 100%, but his team is going to need him. But actually played fantastic since he went out those first few moments.
Well, Patrick Whelan's on the free throw line, goes 2 for 2 to close the gap. As LeQuincy Rideau looking a little bit more comfortable on possession. Loosening up as he finds Rye. Right-hand baseline, back to basket. Kicked out here, LeQuincy Rideau for 3. Picking up where he left off last night, kaboom!
Yeah, perfect, and that started from Aaron Rye. Like I said, the defense magnets, magnetic to him. Then he's able to kick out. Fantastic shot for Rideau.
Can the Caledonia Gladiators hit back? Fade away, Palitza. Yet to score yet for the Caledonia Gladiators. Used to getting a nice little catch and shoot 3-point opportunity early on in games, just like this from Shagwar, but unable to make that one. Number 23 for Cheshire, number 23 for Caledonia holds possession. Green waits for the screen. Turns the corner well there against Maceo Jack, just not able to move his feet quick enough to get in front of Quade Green.
Yeah, referee says it's a knee, but I thought that was pretty good defense.
Well, let's take a look at some of the other action that's happening at this moment in time. London Lions have pulled away against the Bristol Flyers on the road. 69-83 the score, 1 minute and 52 remaining at the SGS Wise Arena. Back here in East Kilbride, Whelan. Clifton Moore Jr. goes to his right hand, crowded by the defenders in the paint. Cam Christen is in the game. Step back, fade away, it's money, Cam Christen.
That's really nice to hear. That's tough to guard. Good answer. And Caledonia now finding themselves in a little bit of a hole. But what I like about Phoenix is their defense. They're right up under it, making everything really difficult.
Well, Kyle Johnson's found room in the corner for 3. He misses that one. Fraser Malcolm with the boards out to Patrick Whelan. Don't want to give him a second chance.
That's for sure. Knocks it down wide open.
Shagwar pulling again for 3. No good this time since he made his first one. He's missed the next 3. As Clifton Moore Jr. gets one up from the elbow. It's money for him now.
It's the battle between those two. There's the nice mid-range. He shoots a 3. That won a game.
Aaron Rye guarded by Johnson. Behind the back, Aaron Rye going one-on-one here to the crossover, to the spin. Aaron Rye doesn't finish. LeQuincy Rideau's underneath the bucket though. Can't get the second chance opportunity to fall. Whelan.
Foul.
Foul is called underneath the basket. There's given 2 shots there, although Whelan passed the ball after the action. 2 shots have been given. Interesting, because earlier on they saw the passing action and gave an on-the-floor foul, and this time the referee hasn't made the same decision, not consistent. But Cheshire Phoenix are in the bonus now, which is why they'll be shooting 2 shots, Azania.
Correct.
Well, Skylar White has checked into the game. We were told that he would not play due to having illness, and in fact was only put in the book as an emergency measure, but he might be heading towards a flu game special here for the Cheshire Phoenix.
Good job by Pat Whelan.
Oh, here comes Maceo Jack.
Got numbers if they hurry up. As he's,
Foul is called on the floor here, or we called on Oscar Baldwin for a block. It's a sideline possession, 7-0 run for Caledonia in the last minute. Here is Rideau. Rideau going downhill. Skylar White off the front of the iron. The offensive rebound for Maceo Jack. More rotation. Kristen along the baseline, smokes the layup, rebound for Baldwin. Bothwell pulling up mid-range. Another offensive board for Caledonia. Bothwell attacking the baseline.
Malcolm doing a wonderful job on the offensive glass.
Whelan slips a little. It's thrown onto the feet of Fraser Malcolm. Kickball violation, Cheshire ball.
Wonderful defense by Cheshire. They've got the ball inbound so quick, but the referee saying nope. Let's reset it.
Oh, you've had hardly time to think about this game and how it's unfolding because of the pace of the events that take place one after the other. Patrick Whelan's got 9 points personal, as did Ethan Chagua. We had LaQuincy Rideau go out of the game early, come back in off the injury. Skylar White wasn't listed to essentially play, but now is in the game. He was listed as an emergency measure. He's firing up a triple here, fouled. Or it wasn't fouled, should I say, was looking for the foul. Nice pass there from Patrick Whelan. Cal Johnson can't make the layup.
And for me, I think for White, maybe get himself going to the rim. He struggled at the three-point line. It's blocked by the rim.
Now here's Whelan again for three. Patrick Whelan, 12 points personal, 2 for 2 from behind the arc. Caledonia within one. Maceo Jack on the attack, it's good to go.
Good answer from Jack. Offense dried up for both teams, other than for Whelan. Has been feeling very good as the hot hand. I say they go to him, excuse me, on this offense, as he is the point guard right now.
Last possession of the quarter. Whelan moves it across. The three ball is good again, and it's a tie ball game at the end of the first quarter in this one. Let me tell you, they've not disappointed us, the Cheshire Phoenix and Caledonia Gladiators. We have a classic in the making. Make sure you join us right after the break. Possession of the quarter. Whelan moves it across. Possession of the quarter. Welcome back to the PlaySport Arena in East Kilby, the British Basketball League Championship matchup between the Caledonia Gladiators and the Cheshire Phoenix. 27-27 the score. The Mike Bothwell triple tying the game up just before the buzzer. LaQuincy Rideau clapping up his teammates there. Can this game continue to be played at the pace as it was in the first quarter, Azania?
Yeah, that was fantastic first quarter. 27 points, a lot of offense being scored.
Oh, Fraser Malcolm getting up a three. Starting it off with the same energy, Caledonia.
Yeah, good skip pass when Malcolm has his feet set. That's a bucket for him.
Caledonia 4 for 7 from downtown. Skylar White from the free throw line. You know, he was listed as potentially inactive today, and sometimes you might have to make the right decision for your team. He's not made a bucket yet. Whelan trying to evade the defenders. And Johnson misses the layup. Kristen wide open in the corners. Maceo Jack, you can't do that.
Yeah, punished them. Didn't rotate on defense, lost him in the corner, and he loves that corner shot to hear. That's his favorite.
On a rebound here for Skylar White. Pushing forward is Aaron Wright. They're 2v2. Maceo Jack again from the three-point line. His own rebound. Mid-range jumper. It's good to go this time, making amends.
Workhorse. Maceo Jack misses his own shot and dives back in for that rebound. Wonderful set of play for him.
Bothwell. Whelan coming for the handoff. Ball screen coming from Oscar Baldwin. A second rescreen here for Baldwin. Nice ball rotation to find Johnson on the opposite side. Misses into the hands of Fraser Malcolm. His own rebound bailed out with a foul.
Oh, Malcolm's doing a great job on the offensive rebound. That's his fourth rebound for them, and a good job putting it back up, getting the foul and going to the line.
Well, now we welcome our viewers live on the British Basketball League TikTok and on Twitter, because at the end of the game, did I say Twitter? TikTok and
X.
Twitch. There's so many social media outlets these days.
Yeah,
Even I'm getting confused in my old age.
There we go.
Bristol Flyers lost to the London Lions 71-86. They brought them close, but it wasn't good enough on the afternoon. And later on, we'll see the Manchester Giants take on the Sheffield Sharks. That'll be tipping off. Dan Rowledge and Rob Panostra on the call for that one. But once again, welcome to our viewers live on British Basketball League Twitch and on TikTok. Make sure you like, comment, and gift. As Fraser Malcolm drops in the free throw. Listen, we want the gifts, Z. I want a pay rise next season.
Yeah, we want the roses and the cowboy hat.
All of those bits, the love hearts, the subs, all of that. Whatever those young people say these days, people be giving money away for free. It's great. Right, here's LaQuincy Rideau attacking the baseline in the corner. Ulf fakes to set the ball screen, and Baldwin hedges out, but just too slow.
Oh, their arm is out too far. Just kind of clotheslines him. Easy call for the referee.
Sideline possession here. Quincy Rideau ready to inbound, and a referee. A little bit of housekeeping, asking Quade Green to tuck in his shirt. Rideau, Bothwell on his hip. Tries to look back door there to Stevens. Now Maceo Jack stepping back. No good. Green pushing the pace, pushing the tempo. Out to Lucas Beliza. Foul is called, and he's going to get 3 free throws here, Lucas Beliza.
Yeah, and that's a mistake. And I know as players, you don't really look at stats as much as we do. But you know, Palisa has been on a bit of a drought. He hasn't made a three-point shot in a fair few games. But what he has done is get to the free throw line. Last game, he had 5 free throws. He was 5 from 5, but he was 0 from 6 from the floor. So as a player, I remember I don't look at, you know, as stats. But we do. It's our job, isn't it, to cut numbers and know all these things. But hey, I wouldn't foul him. He's in a bit of a drought.
Wouldn't foul many of the Caledonia Gladiators from on behind the arc, but you're right, he definitely is one player. As you said, he might not be on form from behind the arc at the moment, but don't give him an opportunity to get high.
Exactly. Yeah, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the net at the free throw line. And obviously he is a shooter, and you know, you can catch fire very, very quickly, and if you're left wide open. But they've gone to the line 9 times, they're 100%. It's a nice little stat.
Free throws win games. Here is Holden skipping it across to Ulf, the handoff immediately to Quincy Rideau. Great work there from Rideau, tries to go with the fancy finish. He's going to take 2 shots on the line. Foul, I believe, was called on Quade Green.
That's a nice battle between these two. Yeah, 2 hands on Rideau. Can't have that.
Well, the hook there, if you can see from Rideau, smart play, the half turn, and he uses his left arm for leverage and wraps it around Green, even though Green's called for the foul. Knicks Nation. They're looking a little bit somber today, if I'm asking you, Azania. I think they're not getting into the groove with it yet. Come on, Knicks Nation.
Maybe at halftime they can go to the fan experience at this arena and get themselves a bevy or a cup of tea, whatever your choice is. But there it is.
There it is. There's the excitement we like to see. That's what they're known for.
Yeah, and fantastic environment in this new arena. They've really built it for the fans as well, the fan experience, shall we say.
Carl Johnson to the reverse, then assist for Quade Green.
Nice, Johnson, and slaps the backboard with assertiveness.
Holden. Skipping through, and that's blocked away, but travelling violation is called. And Caledonia will get it back. This game is starting to settle now, Azania.
Yeah, travel though. Let me have a look. We get the pleasure of watching the replay. Let's have a look. Okay,
yeah. There's a travel there, clean travel. Cam Holden, his gather of the ball.
Yeah, good call, referee. That's one job I wouldn't want to have, be a referee. The stress. Do you know what I mean? You never have home court advantage.
Carl Johnson, mid-range. Well, I've definitely reffed a lot of games.
Have you?
In my time.
Okay.
Trying to give back, should we say? I say give back, you get paid to referee, so Quade Green gets it to go on the money, and referee will pull play to tie a shoelace.
Holden.
And that's the kind of refereeing that I used to do, is because it was junior basketball. I was stopping the game quite often to let somebody tie their shoelace.
Yeah, so you could catch a breath also.
Yeah. Well, you know, I could keep up with the kids at that time. But look, you know, junior basketball refereeing is great because, as people may or may not know, I was a basketball coach before that, so you have the opportunity almost as a dual role in terms of teaching players how to use the rules to their advantage or explaining different elements of the game to them, which you're not necessarily able to do at a senior level. Which is obviously a tougher task for these officials. You know, they're officiating such high-level players. As Ben Thomas is going to talk to his team here. Don't forget, later on, live on the British Basketball League YouTube channel, Manchester Giants taking on the Sheffield Sharks. Make sure you tune into that one. Dan Rutledge and Ron Paternostro on it. And next Friday, Sheffield Sharks taking on the Caledonia Gladiators on Friday, live on Sky Sports.
Well, I just want to have a quick talk about that little highlight we saw before. Was Quade Green. 8 points now. He's perfect from the floor. He's 4 from 4. There he is. And really playing with great momentum. And really brought this lead for Caledonia up to 6. There it is. Thank you very much, Viola. 8 points, 1 rebound and 3 assists right on time.
Of course, he started a little slowly. Had those couple of turnovers early, but he
Yeah.
recovered from those incredibly well.
Yeah, you have to, you know, as a point guard, the ball is in your hands a lot, and that happens. And now Caledonia into a 2-3 zone, or maybe a little matchup zone.
Stepping inside, it's EJ Stevens. Getting into that pocket of space on the right hand, drawing the help from the baseline, forced to recover, and then getting it over the big man in the middle of the paint.
He makes it a 4-point game.
Bothwell. Paliza sealing against Stevens. Likes the look of this. Stevens, the quick hands. Rideau, even quicker. Now pushing up the floor. Rideau, all alone, lays it in for two, and that's great defense from Cheshire to close the gap.
Yeah, fantastic. Rideau really ignited that from the defense, then got out. Wonderful job. Turnovers, 9 for Cheshire and 2 for Caledonia.
That is a Cheshire Phoenix ball, a chance to tie the game up once again. 5 minutes 19.
Well, here it is. Nice little steal, gets in there. Everyone hustling, and he's wide open by himself down the other end.
Little backboard tap as well.
Yeah, showing off. All right.
I would have appreciated just a single-handed left-hand layup. Here is a back-to-basket now action with Cam Holden. He's one-on-one with Paliza. Skipped across. EJ Stevens has got room. Fires up the three and closed out well by Quade Green. Paliza. Bothwell. Hesitates, drives. Bothwell inside for two.
Yeah, been a little bit quiet. It's good. Get something going to the rim.
Rye. Waits for the screen from Stevens. Spins away from Quade Green. 3-ball from LaQuincy Rideau.
Yeah, he loves that spot. The left-hand side. And yet again from Rye, he knows how much defense is all over him, that he can just, you know, pass the ball out, find his teammates, and they knock down another shot.
Bothwell. Clifton Moore Jr. finds space inside the key. Bounces off the back of the rim into the hands of Holden. Rideau pulling up in transition. That would have been huge if he made that. Great hands from Holden. Rye keeps it in play. Getting it back, Aaron Rye. David Ulf is inside. Euro stepping. David Ulf to the left hand. Holden trying to tip it in. And Caledonia get away with that one.
They're lucky.
Bothwell, left hand. Nice switch to that left hand to finish for two.
Yeah, and a strong move. Takes the hit from Rye too.
3-point the advantage for the Gladiators. Rideau clearing out and waiting for the ball screen from Ulf. Clifton Moore Jr. gets the help, and EJ Stevens gets the bucket to go.
That's pretty. Really nice finish from him.
Quade Green splitting the defenders. The foul is called. 2 shots to come. Forcing the contact from the Cheshire Phoenix defenders. But right now, we're headed to a break. 3 minutes, 4 seconds remaining. It's a 1-point ball game. Make sure you join us right after this. Coach Ben Thomas there talking it over with James Bryce. Cheshire Phoenix are showing absolutely no signs of playing basketball yesterday. They're shooting 50% from the field overall, 18 for 36, 58% from 2-point percentage, 14 for 24 from that territory.
Yeah, well, we should have known better, you know. Coach Ben Thomas is going to have his team ready, and you know, this is what they're built for, these moments. And you're in shape by now, right? We're in April, and he's going to have his team ready. And also, there's more adrenaline, I think, for Phoenix. You played yesterday, you've had to travel, but also you're playing for second spot, so there's a lot to play for.
Well, Quincy Rideau wastes no time and getting to the bucket. Foul is called. He's going to go to the line. The official's going to call that foul on Mike Bothwell.
I think for just as a competitor, right? Yes, you played yesterday, but you'll have tomorrow off so you can rest, recover, and sleep and ice.
Well, they had a good schedule, should we say, in terms of getting to Caledonia. In fact, they travelled last night after the game at home against Surrey. They stayed in Carlisle, is what Coach Ben Thomas mentioned to me before then heading over. So they would have got a good night's rest. They wouldn't have felt like having to wake up rushed in the morning to get on the road, which is a good decision, or it seems to be a good decision if we're looking so far at the performance from the Cheshire Phoenix. You know, they're only down by 2 points. The Quincy Rideau chance now to cut that deficit to 1.
It's still difficult though, you know. It's still, for me, when I played, it took me a really long time to wind down and to get good sleep and, you know, figure out how to recover, make sure you get your physio, ice, hydrate, and be ready.
Well, inside is Clifton Moore Jr., opened up by this back screen from Patrick Whelan. Clifton Moore Jr., he misses the shot.
No, but I hate that pass from Paliza, sorry. You should have given him a better pass that he could just turn and score right away. Now he's got to make a move.
Well, Clifton Moore Jr. has not got a single rebound in this game so far. He's only got 4 points personal. He's 2 for 5 from the field. Not particularly having the performance we built him up to potentially have, as Rideau once again getting his way and finding the contact to go to the line again.
That's here, just playing around, and he slips over, got Whelan having to guess, gets a nice little screen, then the switch with Moore.
I will say that was
Whelan
really
trips
smart.
over. Yeah,
You saw Rideau there, the hedge action came, and he just about got in front of Clifton Moore Jr. Once again, his leverage. He pops his elbow into the ribs of Clifton Moore Jr., so then he has the ability to attack the basket there. Smart from Rideau.
And that's what he really likes. He plays for the contact. He really kind of has that stop-start to his game where he gets the defense on the back and then always gets the foul. But right now, struggling at the free throw line. To make sure he puts these in. 5, make it 4, 6. There's these fans loving it.
It's a tied ball game once again. Cheshire Phoenix have led by 11. Caledonia have led by 6. It is all square with just over 2 minutes remaining. Quade Green gives Caledonia the lead. Stevens crossing over, heading to the spin. Holden in the corner. Clearing out. He wants some of Paliza right now. Moves the ball to Ulf. Clock is winding down here and the foul is called.
Good job.
And Coach Ben Thomas is asking for an unsportsmanlike foul here. Hey, look at that facial expression.
Saying, he's saying the elbow is quite high and, you know, could be deliberate to the face. I need Ulf to turn and look at the basket. But here, let's have a look. Saying it's on his face.
Well, coaches, they do a great job at
selling it, right, to referees.
They have a running monologue with officials throughout the game.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why it's so difficult to be a referee, because you have the coaches in your ear, you've got the players, and then you've also got the crowd. It's a tough ask.
You've got to be a really nice guy at times to be a referee.
You've got to be calm.
Or you've got to be really strict and really mean. It's one of the two. It's no in between.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of being mean. But anyway, 11 from 11. Caledonia doing well from the free throw line.
Oh, Quade Green, beautiful handles there. Nice work from David off to slow him down. Underneath the bucket, Clifton Moore Jr. gets his first rebound and his second rebound of the game. And the whistle wasn't blown. It will be a Cheshire Phoenix possession. Everybody stopped, including Clifton Moore Jr., because he thought there was contact there. And a timeout being called now at 47 apiece, 1 minute 22 in the clock. What's your makings of this one so far, Azania?
Fantastic. That's what the makings of it. But we knew it. We built it up to be a great game. Like I've said before, every time these teams have played each other, it's been under 10. And right now, it all comes down to this. Come on.
Well, it all does come down to this. The road to the O2 Arena. Make sure you purchase your tickets now on May the 19th. I'll be there. I'll be helping you guys bring the energy, whoever you're supporting on the day. And of course, the Women's British Basketball League and Men's British Basketball League finals. Make sure you scan the QR code that is going to appear on your screen, 321, right there in the corner, to purchase your tickets now. We want to fill the O2 Arena once again. We've had sellout crowds before.
Yeah, it's great. I love it.
I know you love it.
Yeah,
you played your final game there, didn't you, Azania?
Yes, I did. Last year was a fantastic moment in my career, but just an all-round, well-done performance.
There is Steve Timoney and his partner Alison.
Yeah, fantastic what they're doing for Scottish basketball. Really committed, really loving what's happening in Scotland.
Well, you heard Gareth Murray's plea in his coach's interview.
Oh, yeah.
Keep selling out the PlaySport Arena because we want Steve to build the 6,000-seat arena. And what an achievement that would be for Caledonia and for British basketball and Scottish basketball alone.
Yeah, I think they have a really good thing going up. They're just building a culture, a style of basketball, especially also with the women's team. I love it. I'm really happy and proud of Caledonia. And my former teammate and good friend, Chantel Handy, has taken over the head coaching job for the women.
Well, here come the Cheshire Phoenix. Chance of defense from the crowd as Cam Holden gets onto the right hand over Fraser Malcolm.
Yeah,
Cheshire now in the lead.
Yeah, really good. Really tough, strong move.
Green. Cam Holden sitting down. Green onto the right hand. He weaves his way.
Automatic to hear that middle range floater, wherever. As long as he gets back to that right hand, he's unstoppable right now. Nobody's able to, stop him.
Well, we're only 2 points away from a 100-point half. As David Olf makes that happen.
Fantastic job by Olf. Good poise under there. 51 points.
Well, here is Green. Will he have the final say? He's got the final shot. And that is going to be the end of the half. And what an incredible half of basketball. Fast-paced, dunks, and everything in between.
Everything that we wanted. That was a wonderful first half. 50 points were in for a real good one.
Well, if you come back after the break, you'll be catching up with all the latest analysis between this matchup as the Cheshire Phoenix are in the lead by 2. Welcome back to this stellar matchup between the Caledonia Gladiators and Cheshire Phoenix, where the Phoenix are in the lead by 2 and only just. It's been a wonderful game.
It has. It's been offense. I don't think any team is playing a lot of defense because all we've been seeing is scoring on scoring.
Well, let's take a look at the stats then to see if they reflect the same thing.
They do. There it is. 5 turnovers for Caledonia and 0 steals, but a great job getting to the free throw line, even though, you know, sometimes they kind of struggled at times, but being aggressive, there they are. And then 52% from the 2 and 44 from the 3. And then for Cheshire, 61% from the 2. That's a good clip. When you can shoot over 50%, that's a good job from them.
Only 4 for 12 from behind the three-point arc. Better hope they don't get themselves going like they usually do. It's time for the story of the half, and as I mentioned, it's been non-stop. This is like Formula One basketball. Ethan Shagwell going end-to-end. The turnover. Turnovers galore for Quadi Green at the beginning of the game, and Cheshire Phoenix capitalised on them.
Yeah, and what I really like was from Rai. When Rai drives and then kicks out there, Shagwell feeling confident, but look how much defense gets sucked into him here. Works hard down low versus Whelan. A couple messy turnovers from Whelan, but cleaned it up in the second quarter.
Well, Quincy Rideau actually went out in the early moments of the game, and then he returned, and LaQuincy Rideau has now finished up with 12 points personal alongside 4 assists and 2 rebounds, a steal and a block, firing it up from 3. Still not cooled down from yesterday's 32-point performance. Patrick Whelan has also been battling back.
Yeah, 12 points. He's 3 from 4 from the floor. And for me, he was incredible. But also, we talked about Quincy Green at the beginning of the game. That mid-range jumper is untouchable. He has 14 points. He's 6 from 8. He was... if I'm Cheshire, I really want to figure out how to slow him down, especially in that mid part of the court. But this is going to be a good game. It's going to come down to the wire.
Well, it's looking like an all-star game at this moment in time. Over 100 points scored, or 100 points scored in the first half of basketball between these two northern powerhouses, the Caledonia Gladiators and the Cheshire Phoenix. Well, look, we've got some more coming up for you now. We're going to hear about Clifton Moore Jr. We're going to find out more about him. But before that, we're going to see how Cheshire fared against the Surrey Scorchers yesterday.
No, it's stolen away by Jameson. Wang now going coast to coast. Padilla Wang off the glass and in.
Tempo is everything right now.
Jaguar to the basket, gets it to go, count it, and the foul. Lawrence, nice pass. Quinn Cooper in transition with the soft layup. Holden going baseline. Nice pass into David Olf, count it and 1.
Lovely job by David Olf right there.
Huge block by Mohammed.
And when they missed, Surrey come right back down your throat. A great job in the transition with the Lawrence finish.
Jameson rolling to the basket, gets the friendly roll. Mohammed, steal in transition, can't get it to go. Good defense by Cheshire, but there's a strong finish in the end. Stripped by the Scorchers. Wang, steal, again in transition, gets it to go and count it. Maceo Jack responds at the other end, and that is a much-needed 3 for the Cheshire Knicks. Here's Aaron Rai, draws in the double. Rideau for 3, splashes it. Just their 5th turnover. Oh, it's lobbed up and jammed in by Saquon Jameson. Gooden fakes the 3, he drives inside. Open look for Abdul Mohammed, he splashes it for 3. Into a double team, kicks it out to Maceo Jack. He fires up for 3 and knocks it down. Rai driving inside, puts it up, puts it in. And after trailing by as many as 16 points, the Cheshire Phoenix have retaken the lead. Rideau looking to go one-on-one here. Pulls up for 3. Big 3 for LaQuincy Rideau.
Absolute dog.
Gooden spins, nice pass into Jameson. Gets it to go and count it. Ball into Rideau, looking for a foul. Oh, it's stolen back by the Surrey Scorchers, but that will do it. The Cheshire Phoenix, the perfect start to the big double-header weekend for them.
What a steal, and he jams it in! Ahmed goes up, throws it down!
Lewis throwing it up. Oh!
My God.
Wearing number 21, Clifton Moore Jr.
This year's been exciting. It's my first professional career, and I'm really liking how it's going so far.
Gladiators coming out, alley-oop there and thrown down.
One of my favorite plays has a backstory, and it was my first game playing at Manchester.
Lewis, passer, Robertin.
Someone threw a lob, they caught it. I didn't know no one was behind me. I thought I was just gonna steal it. They end up turning it around and then finishing over me. And then I'm looking like, no way. All I see is that I'm tapping their head like this, and then everybody going crazy. And it's my first game of my professional career, and I'm like, my God. Fast forward, I've been thinking about it for a while. Let me play him again. And then Fraz gives me a pass, and I see him under the rim. So I'm like, I gotta take off. And then so I go, I dunk it, and he's under the rim. I didn't even know that I finished it, so I hung on the rim for a little bit, and then all I see, in turn to see my teammates tapping their head like this. And I was like, oh, I made it. And then so immediately I was like, I gotta do it too. Like, I gotta get him back.
Oh, baby!
A little get back. It drives you as a basketball player, it's a pride thing, He got me, I got him. I think we both respect each other as players. Now it's all part of the game. We both laughed it off, and that's all respect.
The battle for second place is enthralling in East Kilbride at the Play Sport Arena between the Caledonia Gladiators and the Cheshire Phoenix. 2-point lead for the Cheshire Phoenix also. But let's take a look at the fixtures and results overall this weekend. Earlier on today, 71-86, the London Lions continued winning form in the British Basketball League Championship. Cheshire Phoenix, of course, won on Saturday. Friday saw the Manchester Giants fall, and on Thursday, the Riders fell to the Bristol Flyers. One more game coming up a little later. Rob Paternoster and Dan Routledge in the booth for Manchester Giants taking on the Sheffield Sharks. Well, let's see how it is as it stands. Well, don't forget, the head-to-head will only go in favour of the Caledonia Gladiators if they win by 7. Anything less, the Cheshire Phoenix will maintain that second position. Caledonia have 4 games to play and Cheshire only have 3. Or is it the other way around? I think it's the other way around. So Caledonia have 3 games and Cheshire have 4 games left to play in the British Basketball League Championship. Well, let's take a look at some of the individual performances we've had so far. It's the Battle of the Qs. Up first, Quade Green.
It is the Battle of Qs, and it's the guys that I picked out at the beginning of the game. He has 14 points. And what he's been doing fantastically over and over again, exactly all these highlights, is getting to his sweet spot, that nice little mid-ranger that nobody has figured out how to slow him down.
Well, 14 points, 3 assists for Quade Green, and the other Q, why not Q, is LaQuincy Rideau.
With 12 points and 2 rebounds and 4 assists. He's been lining it up from the 3. We were a little bit concerned in those first opening minutes. He had to come off the game, but look, here he is trying to steal the ball, gets an easy outlet. He's played fantastic in the first half.
Little backboard tap there just to add some emphasis. He's been getting it done all areas of the court for the Cheshire Phoenix. Well, we're getting ready now for the second half at the Play Sport Arena between these two teams. And me and Azania were discussing in the office, there has been next to no defense being played between these two teams. They simply want to outscore one another, but one of them are going to have to start to apply their defensive plan if they're going to see out what it is they hope to achieve by the end of this game.
Yeah, some defense, and if that's not the case, then who's going to offensive rebound? Who's going to give, you know, their team second and third possessions? Because if it comes down to nobody's playing defense, you need more possessions than the other team.
Well, here we go. Aaron Wright ready to inbound. LaQuincy Rideau will be guarded by Quade Green for the first possession. As Rideau trying to find Shagwar inside on the mismatch, does eventually get to him, and Ethan Shagwar will start the second half as he started the game. A flurry of points for him.
Yeah, and good patience there by Rideau. You know, he had the first pass but decided not to turn it over, so good job by him. And like you said, Rideau, Shagwar sorry, they haven't put the score on yet.
Well, here is Green looking to the corner. Lucas Peliza, a triple, and he hadn't made one.
There it is, finally. Must have heard me talking that talk earlier and said, Azania, you know what? Here, stick that in your pipe and smoke it.
Well, the scoreboard is just adjusting for you. Apologies for the delay on that. It's a 1-point game. LaQuincy Rideau firing it up off the front of the iron.
I don't like that offense for Rideau. Let the ball swing.
Oh, Peliza blocked at the rim. Aaron Wright collects it as well. And now pushing forward is EJ Stevens, one-on-one with Quade Green. To the right hand, does finish. He was a little hesitant there, Stevens.
He was. But good job with the little Euro step. And it was wonderful defense from Ryan. I don't think we give Ryan enough credit for his defense. His, you know, his big, strong body, able to block shots as well.
I'm just glad that we are seeing some defense. Clifton Moore Jr. drops it in after the spin on the left hand.
Good point. Glad to see some defense, you're right, to him.
Here's Rideau. Fraser Malcolm switches onto him. Rideau with the handle to the spin, looking for the next pass, finds Maceo Jack. And he was running out of options there, somehow found Maceo. Green to the right-handed floater, no good this time. Rye out and running, looking for the outlet pass, none available. Here's Rideau though, trailing the play. Shagwar, hard dribble. The foul is called there against Clifton Moore Jr. 2 shots to come.
Moore Jr. just struggling a little bit, maybe just a bit out of rhythm. Just stick with it, big fella.
Well, at this moment in time, Clifton Moore Jr. has got himself 6 points personal, 1 rebound, 3 for 7.
What's his foul trouble?
From the
2?
field.
Does he have 2 fouls?
He has 0 fouls so far in this game. Well, in their last game against the Cheshire Phoenix, similar stat line. He had 6 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist in 18 minutes of basketball against the Cheshire Phoenix back in February, when the Cheshire Phoenix ran out 100 to 93 winners. Another high-scoring performance between both of these teams, and a Cheshire Phoenix win. Here's Quade Green. Ball is rebounded long by Rideau. Chagua. And that's just away from Stevens as the Cheshire Phoenix turn it over.
Yeah, I would like a little bit more movement from Cheshire. Some drive and kick a bit, the ball's sticking a bit too long.
Green. Pulling up, long 2, Quade Green. Misses that one. Stevens. Chagua. Finds Rideau, trying to get the seal on side. Another mismatch against Quade Green and Chagua.
I love that from Chagua, just working, but with patience. Plays what the defense gives him.
Well, he's got up to 15 points now, Ethan Chagua. Moore Jr. The double team from Rideau. Now rotation on defense is essential. Quade Green spinning to the right hand away from Aaron Wright.
Beautiful offense. Really lovely. Put that in the highlight reel of Quade Green.
Wright. Stepping through.
It's a foul.
The referee sees that as a block from Fraser Malcolm. Patrick Whelan sees that opportunity to go to the other end for the and 1.
Good job from Patrick Whelan on the defensive end, and then putting pressure down. Here it is. Nobody really slows him down. Rideau tries to swipe at it. Tough left-hand finish, goes to the line for 1.
Well, Patrick Whelan putting up double digits so far in this game. He goes up to 14 points personal alongside 3 rebounds, 3 assists. This will take him to 15 points personal. He's only missed 1 shot so far in this game.
And I'm happy for Whelan, because I feel like, you know, with Quade Green, a lot of the offense runs through him. He's getting a lot of shots. Where Patrick Whelan was, you know, the man of the hour at Leicester Riders and has moved, took the chance to go to Caledonia to step up his game, play in Europe. So happy to see him playing well.
Well, it's tied ball game once again. You're going to hear this a few times, I think. Tied ball game.
Yeah, I think so.
It's deflected away, out of bounds.
Only 6 seconds on the clock, so more than enough time. But can't mess about too much.
Let's see the sideline out of play offense here. Rye receives the ball. Clock is winding down. Has to shoot here. Stevens on the buzzer, on the money.
Perfect. A strong on the money, like he said, pass from Wright. Good job executing that with the clock running down.
Green. Offensive foul called. Offensive foul called in number 21, Clifton Moore Jr. for the illegal screen. Rideau. Double teamed. Rye. Going to work, Aaron Rye blocked by Fraser Malcolm, but foul called by the officials. The foul is called on Fraser Malcolm on the arm.
Yeah,
Two
really
shots to come.
Physical, isn't it? Really tough. Rice having to drive. Malcolm holds his ground, then just comes down and just hits that off arm. It is a foul. It's the right call. Rice saying thank you. About time you call it.
As he makes the first of those 2 free throws, Aaron Rye up to 6 points personal in this one. He's got 5 rebounds, 4 assists. There goes the 2 for 2. He's been trying to facilitate, play a role, Azania, in this game. Create spacing, make plays.
Yeah, I think he does, and I think he plays so well, understanding that how much attention he does bring on the offensive end. I've spoken about it all through the first half, how much defense gets sucked to him. Then he passes out his beautiful passing, and then all his team have to do is catch and shoot and score.
Inside, Clifton Moore Jr. Right hand for 2.
I like that, good patience.
8 points now for Moore.
Jr.
Rideau behind the back. Maceo Jack. Rebound for Caledonia. Green. Whelan. Fraser Malcolm. Triple in the corner is good. And let me say that phrase once again. Tied ball game. 4 minutes 16 remaining in the third. We're going to take a quick timeout and a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Has to shoot. Fraser Malcolm, 10 points personal, and another triple to tie the game.
And I just think he's done a wonderful job, and on the offensive glass as well. He's got 3 offensive rebounds and 2 defensive, so doing a bit of everything. Malcolm, tough defense, having to guard Rye, and then also getting rewarded at the 3-point line.
Kristen. Into the game now, finding Cam Holden with his back to basket against Patrick Whelan. Skipped across. LaQuincy Rideau was ready and waiting. And Caledonia will have the ball. .354 remaining in the third, 64 apiece.
Full court press here. Just a light one, but just putting a bit of pressure on Caledonia.
Well, they're on track at this moment in time to have both teams score 20 points each in the quarter. Foul is called here as Clifton Moore Jr. gets to the bucket. Foul called against LaQuincy Rideau, and he's not happy about that.
He looks very confused, saying, what was that, referee?
Well,
hopefully we can see the replay.
I was going to say just that. Let's watch that back. Green in and out. the bounce pass. Clifton Moore. And there is contact there from Rideau. He doesn't get the ball. Would you say that was a soft call though, Azania?
Well, the offensive player made the contact, so that's probably why he's upset. But anyway, he misses the free throw, so that's the first free throw that they've missed.
Yeah,
they were 100% from the line.
Yeah, they're 12 for 13 now. Caledonia Gladiators, that 13 for 14 overall. 92% though. Coach won't be too disappointed with that. Caledonia lead by 1. Holden kicks it to the corner. Cam Kristen 3 is way off into the hands of Carl Johnson.
It's nothing but Scottish air.
Is there a different? Yeah, it must probably
There is.
much fresher than the air in London, where we are at this moment in time. Here is Bothwell inside to Clifton Moore Jr. for 2.
Good job, Moore being there at the right time.
Rideau. Holden inside to David Ulf. Blocking foul.
Patrick Whelan's not going to be happy with that either. I think that's a no call. So if he went up, then maybe call it, but he passes it out. And the referee was quick to call it. But anyway, as a player, you've got to adjust to the referee, and can complain all you want, but nothing's going to change.
It's Patrick Whelan's 3rd foul so far in this game. Stevens is pulling up mid-range. Misses the shot. Bothwell. The game's pace has been slowed right down. And a holding foul called. And it will be called on LeQuincy Rideau again.
It's his 4th, right?
And that is his 3rd personal foul, I believe.
Okay, good. I thought you said it was his 3rd, the last foul he had, but okay, I believe you. So they're going to go to the bench. They're going to sub him because he can't afford to pick up that 4th. It's going to kill his rhythm. But like I said, just before, you have to adjust to the refereeing. Got to get your hands out. You've got to move your feet. Complaining does nothing for you. They'll just call a foul even quicker, if anything.
Well, here we go, sideline. Bothwell. Malcolm in that corner again. Bothwell finishes up.
Good job, Bothwell. Holden doesn't box him out. Left alone. There's the 10-0 run. Caledonia.
Oh, they've got to stop the bleeding here, the Cheshire Phoenix. Kristen to the bucket, and you're not going to do it like that. Here's Bothwell. Patrick Whelan to give them the biggest lead of the game. They still can't get it. Aaron Wright. Jack pulling up for 3. No good. Caledonia. Whelan one-on-one with Aaron Wright. Nice handoff to Fraser Malcolm. No good. Tips it in for 2. And there is their biggest lead of the game.
Yes, Bothwell gets the crowd going, and it's Malcolm who comes and saves the day again. His rebounding, and I spoke about it, if you're not going to do defense, who is going to get the most offensive rebounds and extra possession? That man right there, Malcolm, putting a shift in on the offensive glass.
He's in the starting 5 today. No Princeton onwards for the Caledonia Gladiators. He's doing his team justice and coach Gareth Murray justice as well. Let's take a look, though, at some head-to-head action between LeQuincy Rideau and Quade Green. Rideau out now. He's got 3 personal fouls. He's headed to the bench. But what do you see the differences here being, Azania?
Well, they're both such aggressive players. Green's got 16 points, field goal percentage, a little bit higher, but he's getting to that mid-range where Rideau is obviously shooting the 3 as well. But great matchup. I've enjoyed that the whole game. And Rideau with 7 assists as well. And Green has 5. So really nice head-to-head.
We will see who has the last laugh in this game. He who lasts longest, I believe is the phrase.
Well, for me, I think this is a great timeout from Ben Thomas. The momentum is with the Gladiators. They're feeling good. The crowd's back into it. Who's the sixth man on the floor for them? So just take a timeout, take a breath, stop the bleeding, execute an offensive play, and get back into the game.
Can the Cheshire Phoenix respond? Kristen. Oh, one man that can help do that is Aaron Rye. He's been relatively quiet in terms of scoring in this game. Kristen has to let it go. Aaron Rye, offensive boards on the glass, and he finishes for two, and finally gets a bucket for the Cheshire Phoenix.
Yeah, and of course, if I was a betting woman, I would bet on Aaron Rye. Good job hitting the glass. He's really good at offensive rebounding. And remember, he leads the league second in offense, excuse me, is Malcolm.
Rebound for Rye, pushing forward now. Foul is called here on Fraser Malcolm, who's just on the hip of Aaron Rye.
Yeah, just going back to that, second points per game, Aaron Rye in the league with 18 points. He knows how to get it done, but Caledonia now over the limit. So this next 49 seconds, if I'm if I'm Cheshire, I'm being aggressive. I'm going to the rim every single time, putting pressure on referees and going to the free throw line.
Aaron Rye makes the first of those two free throws. Chipping away. Caledonia had their biggest lead of 7 prior to the 4 points just poured in by Aaron Rye. And now it's back down to a 3-point game. Cheshire looking for a stop here with 45 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Cam Holden applying pressure to Mike Bothwell. Screen comes from Clifton Moore. Patrick Whelan in the corner, beautiful sidestep, misses it. Cam Kristen pushing forward now. Maceo Jack finger rolls it in, evading the defense, and now it's a 1-point game again.
Good job by Cheshire off that miss bucket. They're off to the races. Maceo Jack out, fast break points, 14 of them. A good answer, here it is from the air ball. Push the ball, lovely hang in the air. Nice finish by Jack.
Whelan. The GB guard trying his best to keep Caledonia in this. Remember, for the head-to-head, Caledonia must win by 7 or more, but that's great hands by Ethan Shagwa. They're out and running. Aaron Rye. No basket if it had fallen anyway. He was after the buzzer, but the Cheshire Phoenix continue to make a nuisance of themselves. The fourth and final quarter in this one will be pivotal. Don't go anywhere. Join us after the break. Coach Gareth Murray is aiming for second place in this league. And this game means a lot to him as the Caledonia Gladiators lead by 1, but they must win by 7 or more to take the head-to-head. That will help them on their journey to possibly finish in second going into the playoffs. Patrick Whelan. Clock winding down. Needs to find somebody, finds Fraser Malcolm. Nothing but net, sweet string music.
Yes, Malcolm has stepped up time and time again. A wide open shot, absolutely drains it.
Kristen. Holden. Looking for Rye, and a foul is called. He'll be called on Johnson.
Wow, look at this from Malcolm. Wide open, dead down the middle. Nothing but net, splashes it home. Might need to be a guy that I keep an eye out for. Player of the game.
Yeah, he's great production so far in this game. He's got 15 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists as the shot goes up from the corner into the hands of Patrick Whelan. Slowly building a strong stat line of his own. Nice hands there from Cam Holden. Cheshire Phoenix ball, the defensive hustle.
It's happened a couple of times for Whelan. Just bringing the ball down too low, letting the defense come in and steal it, or at least interfere. There he is, Fraser Malcolm, 15 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. Started the game as Onwaz is out. He's been wonderful.
Well, the Cheshire Phoenix at this point have had 5 steals. They lead, or should I say they're second in the league, 4 steals, as Mike Bothwell wasn't happy with that call.
He was fuming. He did have a tantrum, threw his toys out of the pram, but he's got to adjust. Can't, because sometimes, you know, when you have massive reactions like that, some referees don't like it and will give you a T.
Yeah, he's very lucky to not receive a technical foul there. We've seen them be given. Ball goes into Maceo Jack. Shagwa going to work on Clifton Moore, and that was beautiful.
Very nice job. Playing with great confidence. Those two have been battling all afternoon.
Quade Green inside to the right hand. I'm just waiting for the chance that we get to see LaQuincy Rideau come back into this game as well.
Yeah, it was green. Green money time, as we say. Haven't seen him score in a while.
Shagwa got a mismatch once again against Green and fails to take the opportunity. Now Kyle Johnson's open for 3, rolls around the rim, rebound for Rye, pushing forward, behind the back. Aaron Rye skips to the corner, Maceo Jack for 3, no good. And that bounces out of bounds, Caledonia get it back.
Jack, let's see, just kind of either caught his leg or he tried to rebound. Glad he's walked that one off.
In fact, he's going to take a breather, Maceo Jack, as LaQuincy Rideau will come back into the game. He was on 3 personal fouls, and Coach Ben Thomas wanted to not have the opportunity or scenario where he would be on 4 personal fouls in that 3rd quarter. Can he change the game again like he did last night? Caledonia fans will be hoping not, but the Cheshire fans that aren't here in the arena, I'll be hoping he can do it all.
Green.
As Quade Green goes to work again.
Yeah, like I said, gets back to his favorite spot.
Kristen, and the M1 play. Cam Kristen is good.
And the roly-poly to finish the and 1. Good job, but this is what I like about Phoenix. Even though Caledonia scores, they're off to the races. They get the ball in and out very quickly and down the other end. Good finish. Paliza fouls him in the air, and he'll go to the line for 1.
Well, so far in this game, there's only been 12 bench points for the Cheshire Phoenix and 11 bench points for the Caledonia Gladiators. I mean, for the Caledonia Gladiators, they're missing, of course, players. So you'd expect low number of points coming off the bench for them. But for the Cheshire Phoenix, you know, it's not usually what we expect.
Yeah, and the last time they played, Gladiators had 64 bench points.
Oh, God, and Green has stepped out of bounds. He's turned the ball over. Cheshire will have it back, and Caledonia are outdoing themselves with the opportunity to take this 7-point lead that they need. It's eluding them at the moment. They have had a lead of 7 in this game. But since then, it's been gaps of 3 or 4 as Rideau. What a tough finish that is for LaQuincy Rideau.
His ability to change his body and so dynamic in the air. Wonderful finish from him, and look, they're 1-point game.
Well, Caledonia Gladiators call a timeout as Cheshire closed the gap back to 1 again. 6 minutes 55 on the clock. Azania, you know, what do Caledonia need to do to really pull away from this Cheshire team? They just keep on hitting back.
Yeah, I don't know, you know, it's quite difficult because it's not just one guy who's killing them. They're playing great offense as a team. You know, it's Rye, and then Rideau comes back in, Jack. It's just a wave. So it's going to be a really, maybe changing up the defense, maybe playing a zone or a man, full court press. Change it up, don't be so predictable. But what they also need to do is pick up. As soon as they score, they're celebrating too long, not getting back on defense. Here comes the Phoenix coming right back down on
Well, I was going to mention transition defense. It's a real issue for them because they may get back but not be in the right matchups at that moment in time. We've seen a couple of times where Ethan Shagwell is being guarded by Quade Green and he wants to take advantage of that, or Cheshire move the ball and then rotate in on defense. They're not getting to the right spots in time.
Yeah, and you can see that that's definitely on Phoenix's the top of their list. Okay, who cares if Caledonia scores? Get the ball in and out quickly. Let's put the pressure back on, and they've done a really good job at that, where Gladiators have got to figure out how to score and slow Cheshire down.
Well, here we go. Kyle Johnson has the Knicks Nation eyes burning in the back of his jersey.
Yes, the fans right there on the baseline. That's a nice seat.
Here we go. End line possession. Referees have just finished conversing. And we'll get the ball into play here. Full court pressure from the Cheshire Phoenix. They are not going down without a fight.
There's that 5-0 run.
Quade Green stuck in that little double team in the short corner. Kyle Johnson onto the right hand. Maceo Jack tips it into the hands of Rideau. Slowing things down, LaQuincy. Ball screen comes now. Oscar Baldwin just touches the ball a little. Rideau slowing up on his way to the basket, and a foul is called. Rideau hit on the side of his head, Azania.
Yeah, much better job by Caledonia getting back on the transition defense that we spoke about. But then what is the problem? Here's the problem. Rideau yet again gets his elbows out, transition, and finds it so difficult. It's so hard to guard him. You know, he's looking for that contact, and he's made his way back to the free throw line.
I believe it was the elbow of Lucas Paliza just making contact with his head there as he ties the ball game up again. This is the phrase of the day so far.
It is.
Chance now for Cheshire to have the lead here. And he goes 2 for 2. LaQuincy Rideau takes his points tally to 16 alongside 7 assists, and 3 of the starters come back into the game. Fraser Malcolm, Pat Whelan and Clifton Moore Jr. Between them, they've got 41 points, 41 points in total, 15 apiece for Malcolm and Whelan in this game. And now Caledonia need to push. They need to push hard. And Cheshire Phoenix, they need to defend and continue to run the floor against Caledonia.
Yeah, and Caledonia need to get a bucket, slow down this 7-0 run. And like we said, it's 7 points that they've got to beat. Well, 8 points, don't they?
I think it's 7 or more.
Seven or more to clench that second position in the table. 6 minutes and 15 seconds, still a long time.
Bothwell. The crossover. Moore kicks it out. Fraser Malcolm again for 3. Big fight for the boards here. Bothwell going up strong. EJ Stephens cleaning up the glass. Shot goes up. And the bucket isn't good. Now, I think now, if you're confused who number 8 is, I think there was a blood issue. So Cam Christen is now wearing the number 8 jersey for the Cheshire Phoenix. As you can see there, he's got his tape on. He's gonna have to.
Yeah, you always got to carry a blood uniform, blood kit, whatever you want to call it.
Referee is just checking this now because he will have to have a substitution now because they can see the blood potentially going through the dressing that they've put on it, which is against the FIBA regulations. Needs to be fully cleared up and fully covered if there is any.
Yep, and this sub who comes in for him is Jack, so he actually has to shoot his free throws for him.
Well, he's got a chance to get to double digits here, Maceo Jack. And he'll take that. His first free throws.
He better make them. Those are free, those are gimmies, those are gifts.
Goes 2 for 2. 3-point lead now for Cheshire. Can the Gladiators fight back? Oh, on his skates there, EJ Stevens, Mike Bothwell, and the air war play. EJ Stevens, sit down. Bothwell's taking you for a ride.
Good job by Bothwell here. Just slips, twists the foot.
That's a clean ankle breaker, Zania.
Okay.
Let's call it what it is.
I'm not sure about that one, but that's a tough finish against Aaron Rye. We know how strong he is and is bringing it back and has a chance to, guess what, your favorite line of the day has been. We'll wait for him.
Wait for the free throws.
I don't want to curse him yet. Sorry. The commentator's curse, I really do believe it now that I'm a commentator.
Well, there
Told
it is.
ya.
There it is, Zania.
It's a real thing.
It is a real thing.
Dan Routledge doesn't believe so, but that is proof right there.
Well, here is Aaron Rye. Screen comes from Shagwar. Christen floating in for 2.
Oh, that's pretty. Really tough to guard. They leave Malcolm open.
Fraser Malcolm going up strong. 2 shots to come for him now.
Well, I talked about the transition defense for Caledonia. Well, Cheshire, you need to do the same. You've got to get back, locate your man, and Malcolm's in the corner, his favorite little spot. But good job driving to the basket.
Well, Ethan Shagwar has just been called for his 4th personal foul in this game.
Yeah, and I wonder, Ben Thomas doesn't look like he's going to his bench. Malcolm rattles that one in.
I think it's about that time. Usually, if you had 4 before this point, this would be the moment that coach might trust you to get back into the game. And Fraser Malcolm misses the second free throw. 2 points is the difference between these 2 teams at the moment. Cheshire Phoenix will have done incredibly well to win this game on a back-to-back. They lead by 2. Here's Aaron Rye. The hesitation. Clifton Moore's guarding him. Aaron Rye just trying to skip it to the corner there. And there's 4:54 on the clock. And just checking what the call was here. It's just a Cheshire Phoenix end-line possession. But in fact, we're going to take a quick break here. 4 minutes and 54 on the clock. It's a 2-point game. Tell a friend to tell a friend. The British Basketball League YouTube channel is the place to be right now. Who's going to win this one? Caledonia or Cheshire? young fans supporting the Caledonia Gladiators in East Kilbride.
Get the steal.
And here we go, Clifton Moore scrapes it in for 2.
Doesn't matter how you get it in, as long as it goes in, and it's a
tie ball game.
There we go. Let me alley-oop you to here.
I forgot about that for a second there. Here's the Quincy Rideau. What a pass that is from Rideau. What a finish that is for Jaguar. The referee blows the whistle just to let everybody know it was a goaltending violation. The basket was good nonetheless. Ethan Jaguar finishing off the superb dime from Le Quincy Rideau. Assist number 8 for Rideau in this one. 2 away from a double-double. That would be back-to-back double-doubles in 2 days or less than 24 hours. Here is Mike Bothwell, it's in the same day. Well, it's not in the same day, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, same. A nice finish by Bothwell. Good answer. Down to under 4 minutes now.
Kristen splits the defense here. He does keep the play alive. And Kristen spinning to the bucket. Inside hand finish for 2.
And shocks Caledonia. Nobody to help.
Quade Green. They need something special from this man right now. He's been a little quiet. Big moments in this game as they turn it over again, and Green is called for a foul.
Good defense by Cheshire. Their hands are active and high. And just get a tip to that and deflect the ball. And you know, Rideau doing what he does best. He put the brakes on, causes the foul, and will walk the length of the floor for free throws. Caledonia in the bonus, so this next 3.5 minutes. Yeah, if I'm Cheshire, what am I doing? I'm driving and getting to the basket.
Rideau continues to add to his points tally. That's point number 17 for him. 7 for 9 from the free throw line. And the Knicks Nation are loving it. We're going to have a quick breakout. Or should I say timeout? Breakout, making up new words.
Well,
right.
Breakout to the other game. Here we go.
Yeah, we are going to break out to the game. Let's find out what's happening in Manchester. It's really loud in there at this moment in time. 7-12 the score. The Sheffield Sharks are in the lead in the Battle of the Roses. And if you check out the British Basketball League YouTube channel, Dan Rowledge and Ron Paternoster will be over on the other side, waiting for you at the end of this game, though. Don't go anywhere, because this is the game that you really want to see in this moment in time, as Coach Gareth Murray draws something up for his team to work towards, Azania. What would that be?
No, well, I was going to say, this is definition of Sunday Fun Day. The amount of basketball that's been on today. Bristol, London was before this game. This game's fantastic. And then also Manchester, Sheffield on all at the same time. Yeah, that
I think
is
if you're a
definition.
If you're a basketball fan overall, it's going to be a great weekend. College ball as well this weekend, NCAA action.
You're right. Who you got? Iowa or North Carolina? Because nobody cares about the boys.
Yeah,
let's get serious.
Well, this is it. I'm going to have to go with Caitlin Clark. It's like you got to write that story. It's got to be written.
Okay, I'm going with South Carolina. I come from the SEC, so.
Okay, I hear you.
I'm going to go with Dawn
So your
Staley.
allegiance is overcoming your sense. It's fine, Azania. It's all right. Here we go. Here's Quade Green back into the action. The crossover to the left. Stopping inside. Back out to Whelan. Not given any room to breathe so far, Whelan. The Quincy Rideau's putting on the ball pressure. Help from Cam Kristen. Green. Fade away. It's good now. Quade Green does need to step up.
Yes, and he does. And where does he like it from? The mid-range jumper.
Kristen looks to the corner, finds EJ Stephen. Would have been an incredible make if it went down. Stephen leaped up to grab that ball on the baseline.
How did he catch that? Was good job by him.
Green again, foul call, 2 shots to come. Foul will be called on Cam Kristen.
Well, it's definitely Green time. Puts the burners on and gets to the rim. Puts the pressure on again, and we'll head to the line to, I'm not going to say nothing, we'll just wait for him to score. Here it is. Nice little left-hand drive, gets to his sweet spot. Difficult to guard, hits the shot. Good job from Green.
There's the first of 2 free throws there for Green. Q Money, a fan favourite for the Gladiators. And it's a tied ball game.
Gosh, how many times do you think we've said that again today? And we knew it was going to be a really good game. Who can execute here? Can Caledonia get a stop?
Don't forget you can catch all of the action live on the British Basketball League YouTube channel, and you can watch it back also. Count how many times I said it's a tight game. Ball moving now, EJ Stevens sidestep, huge triple to fall for Cheshire. Yes, it does, as Stevens fist pumps the air.
Yes, he knows how crucial and clutch that three-point shot was.
Whelan looking for the seal. Clifton Moore Jr. can't get it, and Christian just has a toenail over the baseline. But that was great defense from him, Azania.
Fantastic. Sacrificing his body, jumps on the floor, but there's only 7 seconds here. Here it is, the replay, no, the fake, the realign, and a fantastic hit from him that could put them up.
The handoff, Quade Green, the response from Q Money. It's a tied ball game. What's happening here? Quincy Rideau is on the floor. They've paused play just to clean the floor, I believe.
Gonna be white ball still though. There's that big shot. And then here, they just get their feet muddled up with Bothwell. And it will stay with Cheshire.
Now, end-line possession now for the Phoenix. Caledonia need stops, and they need them now if they're going to take this head-to-head. Cheshire Phoenix fans will be hoping for the opposite. They'll be hoping for more and more points from their team. Here's Stevens. Got about his business today, got 16 points. That's knocked away. In fact, a foul is called against Quade Green, and he's letting the referee know the ball is going well in that direction. Don't forget to let us know your thoughts in the comments. Who do you think should be the player of the game in this one? Let us know live on TikTok, live on Twitch, live on the British Basketball League YouTube channel. And watching that back, see, what do you think?
Yeah, I think that's quite a tough call when it comes from behind. The referee's made a decision.
Well, here come the Gladiators. Knocked away from the rim. Shagwa with the rebound. Trying to get it ahead. Finds Christian. They've got numbers here. Christian. Bucket is good, says the referee. No charge call. Gareth Murray is not happy with that one.
And well finished. Wow, look at this. Drives yet again. I talked about the transition. Takes the bump and the finish.
And one there for Cam Christian as he just catches the arm of Patrick Whelan, and he's cowing them up there for the fans. And Lucas Beliza into the game, and timeout called by Gareth Murray. Well, look, you know, they don't have to win this game by 7 points in this 1 minute and 14 seconds. They could find themselves 5 more minutes of basketball if they just quite simply take this game to overtime. And Patrick Whelan, with that foul, has been fouled out of the game.
That's not what I wish for. I don't want extra time. I want it to be done and sealed. That is a big loss there. Patrick Whelan, 5 fouls, has to hit the bench and the showers early, and that's going to be crucial because he can obviously stretch the floor, can score very quickly and shoot the 3. But right now, Cheshire have the momentum. They're also at the free throw line for 1, so they can go up a nice amount.
Well, as we said, overtime is a possibility. As Zany doesn't want it. I'm quite happy to have overtime basketball because these teams are going punch for punch, blow for blow, and let's see who comes out on tops. It's going to be a great game all the way through to the end.
We knew it, right? We didn't just hype this up for no reason. We knew this game was going to be fantastic. Both of these teams, a little bit of a rivalry. You talked about the king of the north, who's going to be that guy. And also, as a professional basketball player, you want to be get that second spot, and also just to talk your talk a little bit to here, just to let them know. And Cheshire right now also played last night, and having to travel, this is a fantastic effort and push by them.
Well, there's some big stat lines as well throughout this game. 18 points, 9 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 steals and a block for LaQuincy Rideau. Aaron Rye, 11 points, 10 rebounds, double-double alongside 5 assists and a block. Ethan Shaguar's got 19 points personal, 27 points for Quade Green alongside 5 dimes. Fraser Malcolm, 16 points, 7 rebounds. Patrick Whelan now fouled out of the game, 15 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists. But let's focus in on this one now as Quade Green. And a travel violation is called. 1 minute, 2 seconds remaining in this one, and Caledonia have turned it over. Quade Green with the footwork. And a timeout called now by Coach Ben Thomas. And we'll see if we can get a replay of that travel violation for you as the dancers take to the stage.
If I had my referee whistle and burgundy shirt, I am going to call this a travel, but let's have a look. Yeah, yes. Picks up his pivot and established foot, and Ryan knows it. He's confused, but it's the right call. Good job, referees.
Coach Ben Thomas, I'm not sure if we can listen in here to what he's saying.
So loud in there, let's see.
Well, you're not going to be able to hear what Coach Ben Thomas says. But essentially, at this moment in time, he'll be making sure that they can score the ball and just try and put this game out of reach of Caledonia Gladiators. They don't really want to risk going into overtime because, of course, they already played against the Surrey Scorchers yesterday. How much of these guys got left in the tank?
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on this one,
Yeah,
Zany?
and that's why also I talk not only for my selfish reasons, don't want to go into extra time, but you're right, they've played a lot of basketball in the last 24 hours. There are going to be some tired bodies out there, but Cheshire have done a really good job managing this game, subbing in, keeping bodies as fresh as they can. Ben Thomas there, good coaching from him, but still 1 minute and 2 seconds. That's a lot of basketball to play. They've got to get the ball in bounds. And Caledonia, can they get a turnover and a quick score?
Cheshire Phoenix have only turned the ball over 3 times in the whole ball game.
That's incredible.
Here is LaQuincy Rideau with the up fake, finding Shagwa. Off the head of Rideau, wrong sport, keep playing. Kristen in the corner. Driving, kicks it. Stevens looking for the next pass or the fadeaway. Another offensive board here for Cheshire Phoenix. They're running down the clock. They don't want to foul here, Caledonia Gladiators. They're skipping it across. LaQuincy Rideau for 3. Doesn't get it. Cam Kristen on the boards again. And it goes in the direction that Caledonia Gladiators' precious time shaved off the clock.
Well, that was an offensive rebound clinic, excuse me, for Cheshire. Wonderful job. Yes, they didn't score, but what they did is take off time off the clock.
Well, here we go. 20 seconds on the clock. Quade Green for 3. He nails the triple. Quade Green in transition. Click, click, boom.
Massive,
1 point game.
Massive shot. Nobody picks him up. Good job from him. Walks straight into this. Look at this with rhythm. Lets it go. Why not? And Coach Ben Thomas is upset with that. And as he should be, go ahead here, look at that.
Well, Clifton Moore Jr. actually set the screen, which meant LeQuincy Rideau had to go around and then come underneath him. Cam Christen then had to come out and try and contest the shot. Quade Green had time, he had space, and he made it happen for the Caledonia Gladiators. They need to take this game to overtime to get that 7-point advantage, but I think Coach Gareth Murray overall would just want to win the game and hope that Cheshire potentially drop games is the other eventuality.
Yeah, I think that's what they're probably thinking about more than the 7-point right now. I think it's can we get the dub and how, or yeah, get into overtime. But I think Caledonia have done a great job. There was a minute. I told you that's a long time in basketball. They've got themselves with a 1-point game, but now they need the stop. I think what do? Do you trap? Do you try and slow them down? There's so many different things and variations that you can do.
Well, today we've seen the trap being played. We've seen hard hedges, soft hedge actions on the ball screen situations from the Caledonia Gladiators. But the issue is whenever those actions occur, Cheshire Phoenix have found a way to get out of them and always found an open man. So maybe honest defense is the key. Man-to-man matchup here. They've gone full court pressure. Man-to-man matchup here. They get the ball in play and they're going to foul immediately to stop the clock and get Aaron Wright to the free throw line. He's going to shoot 2 here, and then I'm going to guess if, well, Gareth Murray doesn't have any timeout, so what's going to happen here is they're going to shoot these free throws, and hopefully Gareth Murray in that timeout would have drawn something up to go the other way in the eventuality of a missed free throw on the second attempt or a made.
100% he drew something up because he knew he had to get a stop and the offensive look. So let's see Aaron Wright at the line.
And he's missed the first free throw. The crowd absolutely love that.
That's what they're here for. 6th man. Get it going.
Gareth Murray saying go straight away. Aaron Wright, he makes the second free throw. It's a 2-point ball game in East Kilbride. Here's Quade Green. 15 seconds on the game clock. What are Caledonia going to do? They're going to shoot the 3. They miss it. E.J. Stevens, the foul is committed immediately. They have 10 seconds on the clock here. Quade Green is calling for a foul. He believes he got hit, but the ref's not going to call that. But LeQuincy Rideau's going to go to the line. Let's have a look at this one. He fires it up. It looks like it's going off left from here, and it's way off to the left, but he's calling for the foul. Let's take a look at it again. It's really tough to see. Maybe the slightest of touches from the fingertips of LeQuincy Rideau, but he's on the line right now, and he misses the first free throw, so Caledonia are still within a chance here. Gareth Murray calling for the box out. 10 seconds on the game clock.
Yeah, it's important here. When I used to play, if you missed the free throw box out, you got to run, so it's important that they get the ball.
Well, only one player to box out, which is Shagwa. Ethan Shagwa leaves it alone as it goes in the bucket. Quade Green trying to find room. Lucas Paliza, he's got the shot off for 3. He's made it. He's made the shot. Lucas Paliza from downtown. Caledonia tied the game up. Long haul from Stevens is no good. We are going to overtime, baby. Right here in East Kilbride. Caledonia have bounced back, fought back. Here we go.
Excitement in the building. And there's the women's team, Caledonia supporting their guys, and you are right. Overtime, you called it, and fantastic from that man, Paliza.
Look at that face. Look at that face right now. Quade Green, he was trying to find the shot, couldn't find the room. Right decision. Pass to Paliza. Aaron Wright bites the closeouts, no good. The art, the form, the technique, cash money, Paliza on the buzzer, on the money. It's showtime, baby.
Yeah, good job from him. That little up fake just gets Aaron Wright out of the way. Good defense. This is, you're right, a good pass. Perfect. And I said Paliza's been struggling the last couple of games, but shooters shoot. He was calm, he was cool, he's collective. And obviously, the owner will be very happy, won't he?
Yeah, we're very happy with that one because, look, this is basketball, it's fun, it's entertaining, sold-out arena, want people to come back. Think about the experience they're going to have had there in that moment in time. If they've come to their first ever basketball game, they're going to want to come back to play sport, especially when they have a 6,000-seat arena. But let's focus in on these next 5 minutes. Azania. It's a tie ball game now. Look, there's a lot of work to be done. 5 minutes could be a long time.
It's a very long time. When I told you a minute is a very long time, enough time for Caledonia to come back in, but they don't have Patrick Whelan. Whelan's going to have to sit, you know, so the offense right now has got to be run through Green. I think if he can get to his spots, Malcolm maybe also, he's back on, you see him. They're going with Bothwell. Oh man, I need a drink, I'll just stick with water right now, but fantastic game, wonderful. It's everything that we spoke about.
Well, Coach Ben Thomas is shaking his head here because for him, in his eyes, he could have saw this game out. But nonetheless, these are the cards you've been dealt with, Coach Ben Thomas. It's time to find out how you'll react next. 30 points, another 30-point performance for Quade Green. As the Cheshire Phoenix hold the advantage of the possession arrow. Another 5 minutes, free basketball. Here we go. Azania, your post-match date is going to have to wait. I'm sorry about that. I'm not sorry at all. Here we go, EJ Stevens. Misses that first play here in overtime.
Ugh, that's how you start your first offense. Not what you want, so you give it back to Caledonia, let them set up. Gareth drew something up. Let's see if they can execute it.
Clifton Moore Jr. on the roll. Quade Green can't find him. Fraser Malcolm does find Moore. Back to basket, Clifton Moore. No good. And it's a Cheshire ball coming off the hands of Mike Bothwell. Well, make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend live on the British Basketball League YouTube channel, live on TikTok, live on Twitch. You can't miss the ending to this one. Rideau pushing the ball forward and Bothwell almost claims it back. Slowing things down here. Cheshire, Tank running low. Ethan Shagwar, catch and shoot, no good. Rye tips it, but into the hands of Bothwell. Here is Quade Green, we're still all square after a minute.
Crowd playing their part.
And a foul is called here, 2 shots to come, and Quade Green is calling for an unsportsmanlike foul. I don't think he'll get
Absolutely not. Let me see this. We get the pleasure of watching the replay.
And there's Stevens, he's just reaching in there.
Yeah, it's the right call.
Oh, whoa, I can see his argument
saying.
there.
Okay.
He'd gone by him, and then EJ Stevens grabs out with both hands to pull him back. And now Quade Green is on the free throw line to add to his 30 points. There's 30 points plus 1.
Fans love it. She loves it. That's great energy.
The Caledonia staff saying, just wait, we've got another free throw to go and another 3 minutes 52 to play. Don't get too excited. Well, hard not to be excited if you're a Caledonia fan coming back into this one. At one point they were down by 11, then they led by 7. The game went to and fro all the way to the end until it was a tied ball game. Now we're in overtime. Caledonia 100-98 in the lead. Shagwar kick into the corner, EJ Stevens rising up, goes to the reverse, should have finished the first time. Green kicking it, Fraser Malcolm back to Green. Beautiful crossover, kicking it now, Mike Bothwell for 3. Fraser Malcolm, great offensive boards. Fraser Malcolm again, big time play for him, 18 points.
Huge rebound, yet again, Malcolm working hard, getting that extra possession. They go to double Rye, but they get a foul. Malcolm, man, tap to here. Look at this from the missed shot. Flies in, gets a big rebound. Good finish. Good job. He's stepped up today.
3 minutes 11 in overtime. It's team foul trouble for Caledonia. If you're new to the game, because your team fouls carry over into the overtime period in Cheshire.
Stressed.
And yet to their next foul will also be a team foul situation, but they've evaded team foul trouble up until this point. They've done incredibly well to do that, but still 2 points is the difference. 3 minutes left to play, a lot of time in basketball. Green, the crossover, the foul is called, and now it is the bonus. for the Cheshire Phoenix. Quade Green on the free throw line again.
Look at his jersey, he's drenched. He's putting in a shift. Here comes off of Moore Jr.'s screen. That's the problem. And I spoke about it at the top of the show, how difficult they are to guard between those two. Good job from him. He'll go to the free throw.
Green makes the first.
Hey, look at that dance move. Need to borrow that one.
I'll borrow that one, no worries. I'm waiting for Eid Day to bust that out. Green goes 2 for 2 again. Another interesting fact is that both teams have scored 20 or more points in every quarter, apart from Cheshire in the third. Here's the Quincy Rideau, kick it to the corner, ball rotation, Cam Kristen sat on it. Kristen now to the right hand, tipped into the hands, no foul called, that's right, Azania. Here's Quade Green pushing, Fraser Malcolm off the dribble, Fraser Malcolm lays it in for 2. The homegrown Scottish talent gives a 6-point lead to Caledonia. Ethan Shagwa on the opposite side of the floor. Cam Kristen will shoot the 3 this time, it's no good, and into the hands of Quade Green.
Wow, well, right now I'm going right back to Malcolm because he's the hot hand as well as Green. Malcolm has, you know, played so well. Here we go, Green.
Quade Green inside to Bothwell, and now it's an 8-point lead. There's the head-to-head differentiation that Caledonia need, and the timeout was called by Coach Ben Thomas. He wants to talk it over at this moment in time. Can his team get back into the game, Azania?
Gosh, here's Malcolm. The drive, the finish. I had my player of the game set, but you're right. You spoke about the overtime. Did you you foresaw this? You kind of spoke this into.
I spoke it into existence.
You did. You said they needed the overtime to be up. They're up 8.
They're up 8. Well, listen, you know, I was a coach in my past. I did say that. This is not any situation that Gareth Murray would have thought of. Neither Ben Thomas. You know, both of these teams have gone in it. As we mentioned throughout the game, the defense hasn't particularly been great. But now at these pivotal moments, we start to see who's got the energy left in the tank to get the game done, who's got the composure to finish.
Yeah, and maybe this part, it goes towards Caledonia as they haven't played last night. So, you know, we said, oh, Phoenix has been looking fantastic. They don't look like, but now as you start to play extra basketball, fatigue starts to set in, the legs get a bit heavier, but still 8 points in 2 minutes. We can see the way Phoenix plays. They shoot the 3 very well, they can get to the rim. But yeah, yet again, exciting basketball and what I love.
Well, we've still got time for you to pick your player of the game. Let us know in the comments below. Will it be Quade Green's 34 points, 8 assists, 4 rebounds? Will it be Fraser Malcolm's 20 points, 8 boards, and 5 of them being offensive boards as well?
The thing is, Phoenix can't take this long to get their buckets. They've got to get something quick.
Well, this is how they score the ball most of the game, is keeping the pace up. But now it looks a little bit of a stalemate for them here. Aaron Rye, huge 3 coming in, and he's knocked it down on the buzzer. Aaron Rye with a huge triple for the Cheshire Phoenix.
Massive hit when the clock is running down. They used the whole 24 seconds for that offense. The time is not their friend, but the 3-point line is.
Quade Green, once again. Pro hop inside, foul is called, and Cam Kristen is not quite sure about that call. And he doesn't want to go too far here, because a technical foul would ruin this game. And the foul is called on the arm, and we can watch that one back. Let's have a look. Oh, this is the Aaron Rye 3 up first. Ice in his veins. Cash money. But let's look at this now. The pro hop inside. And then he got all ball there.
That's why he was upset. But when there's that massive slap down, it's quite a given for the referee to call that aggressive hit.
One minute 22. Quade Green. Another couple points from the free throw line for Green. The points continue to rack up. Here is Aaron Wright. Can he give another response here? He's going to go to the opposite end. Aaron Wright all the way. That's tough. Here's Quade Green now. Cheshire Phoenix desperate need of a stop if they're going to bring this game close once again.
Yeah, 5-point game. They've got to get a defensive stop here.
Green kicks it out to Bothwell. Fraser Malcolm pulling the trigger. Fraser Malcolm, another huge three.
Malcolm answering. He's been an X factor.
LaQuincy Rideau to the right hand. He misses the layup.
Oh, push.
And both players have their hand on the ball. It's a possession arrow ball, which means Caledonia will get it back. I don't think there was much malice intended in that. You know, both players had their hand onto the ball, and Clifton Moore was going backwards. But let's take a look at this man here, Fraser Malcolm.
Yes, nothing but net, strings it. He's got 20 points. I love to see it.
Well, I'm going to correct you there. 23 points.
Sorry, my stats hasn't added up. It's just 3.
Yeah, it's 4 for 6 from downtown as well. Quade Green going all the way here and draws the foul. EJ Stevens takes a knock. And a warning here given to the official. Oh, is there going to have a quick conversation here? The foul is called on EJ Stevens. 2 shots to come now.
And
Quade Green again to the line.
And it's at 8 right now, right? So he could make it 10 and make it really difficult, because even if Cheshire loses, if they can maybe keep it under
7, agreed, then the head-to-head is in their favor.
Yeah.
Well, 36 points for Quade Green. Quade Green now has his highest ever career points tally, as he has 37 on the board. And he misses the second. Rideau is just pushing the pace here. Quade Green's done a great job there. He's got his hand to the ball. Aaron Wright to the left hand. He still gets it to fall, Aaron Wright. 31 seconds on the clock. And the foul is...
Out of bounds. Oh, no.
Foul. Oh,
he's saying he's tipped it out of bounds.
Yeah, I thought the foul was called there, but correct. There was a tip from Rideau. Caledonia will keep it. 28.5 on the clock. 7 points is still the difference here. 7 points is what they need. See in the background there, my man DJ Ellington dancing. Here is Mike Bothwell. Throwing it over the top. Clifton Moore. Foul called. He's going to go to the line as Cheshire need to stop the clock. Clifton Moore.
Don't know if I would have fouled that. I would have just kept him in the corner there. Anyway.
Second trip to the free throw line for Clifton Moore. Sorry, that's what I was looking at when you had a brief moment of silence there.
Yeah, it's fine, and he's fouled out. So he's got to hit the bench, and 6 seconds difference. Oh, he's missed the free throw. Stress.
Well, this has been a wonderful game of basketball. Brilliant advert for the game in this battle for second position in the league. These two teams have been exceptional, and the big block there from Clifton Moore. And the foul is called. The block nest monster swiping it away.
Fantastic defense. Aaron Wright, and that's maybe just where a little bit of the fatigue where you would usually make that over and over again. His lift wasn't high enough to score over Moore Jr. Here it is. Good job by Moore Jr. Lovely block.
Lucas Peliza, who found form towards the end of the game and sent
Missed the
this
free
game
throw.
to overtime. Misses the free throw here.
We have to have a 3. Ben Thomas says we have to go for 3. Great coaching.
Yeah, he's thinking about that head-to-head. That is exactly what he's thinking about. The
Yes.
Caledonia ladies team there waiting on the
Christy Brown,
baseline.
she was in the All-Star game. Anyway, this is an important free throw.
This is it.
Yeah, they're just cleaning the floor. If I was that guy too, I would stay out there a little bit longer, just make sure everyone catches their breath and Paliza can reset himself. This is a big free throw here.
Caledonia faithful standing on their feet.
Yeah.
Paliza makes the free throw, but Cheshire still need a 3 to take the head-to-head. Here is LaQuincy Rideau pushing the ball over. 5 seconds on the clock and the foul is called on the floor. He will go to the line to shoot 2. Interesting scenario now. LaQuincy Rideau, does he make the first shot, miss the second, and try and get an offensive rebound to get another look at the bucket? Or does he make the 2 and then get a quick foul, Lasagna?
Yeah, I always like to just score the ball and then try and get the stop. It's quite difficult to do that, the on-purpose miss. Let's see. He misses
he's missed the first.
Oh, and awfully, like, a real bad miss.
Ben Thomas. Yeah, there we
Miss.
go. Look, you
Yeah,
can
and
see.
tap out. Miss it and tap out.
Miss, tap out, scratching the back of the head, hitting and hoping here, the Cheshire Phoenix. Somber feeling on the bench. Let's see what happens here. Rideau misses. It's tipped out, but can they get it? No, they can't. Oh, yes, they can. Caledonia somehow had the last touch here. Cheshire Phoenix have got the ball. 2.2 seconds.
Oh, gosh, okay.
This is all about the head-to-head for those fans just tuning in. It's not about the scoreline. Caledonia will take the win nonetheless. But can they get the head-to-head? And the 3's good! Oh my goodness! What an incredible shot there from E.J. Stevens on the buzzer. Coach Ben Thomas is elated.
Oh
Cheshire
my
fans
gosh.
at home will be over the moon.
Look at this. Sets his feet, rises up, catches it. I love it. Wow. Amazing hit. Woo!
Oh, you know what? I really feel sorry that Dan Rowledge isn't in the booth right now because he loves stats so much, and this would be an excellent moment for him.
Should we just get him in out of the other game?
Yeah, it's just pause Manchester Sheffield. Dan, come in here a sec. Look, 0.2 seconds on the clock. So
Wow.
now Caledonia just need a tip in of some description. It's literally going to be an alley-oop pass to the bucket to score the ball for a chance to take the head-to-head against Cheshire. The win is not enough. They must win this game by 7 points or more. It's 2-1 the head-to-head currently for Cheshire. It'll be 2-2 if Caledonia win, but they have the points difference to think about. And then the remaining games of the season, whatever the results happen, if it becomes a tied record, then this points difference comes into play.
Yeah, and remember, they're both fighting for the second spot in the table. This is 2 versus 3 with Caledonia. This has been a wonderful, just outstanding game. Everything that we want, I've held my breath, I've shouted, everything, and now it comes down to this 0.3. It's moved from 0.2 to 0.3. You can't come down and shoot the ball. It must be a tip to the rim.
Well, let's find out how this is going to work. Well, Quade Green is here, Fraser Malcolm outside. I'm thinking of Clifton Moore getting to the bucket here. He is going to somehow get there, he's going to throw it in, and it's a poor pass, a terrible pass. And despite the victory, Cheshire Phoenix have got away with that. They take the head-to-head. But Caledonia fans in the arena will be absolutely elated nonetheless, that this team took the game to overtime and they took the victory. Still plenty of hope for for the Caledonia Gladiators to get to this second position, but Cheshire Phoenix have done enough in the head-to-head action. As you can see, Ben Thomas there showing his emotion. Well, let's find out who the player of the game was for you, Azania.
It's got to be Quade Green, number 0. There he is, 37 huge points, 4 rebounds, and to go with that, 8 assists. The mid-range game was a killer. He was 10 from 14. He was unstoppable. And I can finally catch my breath because that's been a tremendous game. Even though Cheshire have lost, they've low-key won because they're still number 2.
They're still number 2 at this moment in time. Their running looks a lot trickier than the Caledonia Gladiators does towards the end of the season, but they just needed that slight advantage. Should they be able to get themselves over the line, it was always going to be tough for them to be able to go 2-2 on a double-header this weekend. They got the job against Surrey done after being down by 16. In this game here, it went to and fro, and they were so close to taking the victory as they thank the fans here as well. I mean, all in all, a success for Cheshire this weekend.
Yeah, massive, and that's really hard. I don't think we speak enough about how quick you have to turn over, be ready. You played yesterday and then you come on the road against this sold-out house. Caledonia forced them into overtime and get the job done. That was fantastic. Probably one of the best games I've watched in a while.
Well, we gave it the big build-up, and sometimes you're not quite sure if you're going to get the delivery of the team's performances in this one, especially with the league and how volatile it can be overall. But today, both teams delivered. Well, we're getting ready now to speak to Quade Green, I believe, our player of the game. And here he is. 37 points, Quade Green, your career high. What a ball game that was, Quade.
Oh, man, it was a dogfight today, man. It was a dogfight. We came down in the crunch and they had some stops, and then we executed on the offensive end, too. So you got to give credit to everybody on the team and everybody that came to work and ready for the dogfight.
Well, of course, you know, the thoughts were not just about the win, it was about that 7 points difference as well. A tough E.J. Stevens 3 in the corner. You couldn't have writ that.
Man, that was a tough 3, man, but that was my fault, though. That was my fault.
Well, taking accountability is key, and you're taking accountability for putting your team on the shoulders so far this season. How does it feel to continue to put up performances like this?
Oh, man, I got to give credit to my teammates. It's not just me. It's Cliff saying good screens, Fair and Luke had knocking down shots with Mike and Pat, so it's just not me out here just working too. I just got to give credit to my team for anything I do.
Yeah, and hi, Azania Stewart here, and Malcolm, Fraser Malcolm, 23 points, Green. Huge, especially for you guys. So moving forward, how's the confidence with the team as you've been winning so many games back-to-back?
Oh, we got so many different weapons at the guard spot and at the big spot. Even with Farrell's down, Cliff doing a hell of a job protecting the paint, blocking shots, and create offensive down there too. And you can't stop me, Pat, Luke, Pat, Farrell, and Mike, and you can't stop us. And we got Prince coming here and play today, and Farrell stepped up for him. So.
Fantastic.
Well, excellent work there, Quade Green. Congratulations on the victory, and hopefully the results play out in your favor coming towards the playoffs.
Oh, man, thank you. I hope so. We need that home court advantage.
Q Money, thank you.
See you.
Well, there you heard from Quade Green. You know, they're nonetheless excited to get the victory, and a really humble individual, you know, accrediting his teammates to his performance, and rightly so. Let's take a look at the full-time stats for us, Azania.
Well, I think considering they had 12 turnovers, the Gladiators figured out a way where Cheshire only had 4, and then 58%. This stats across the board really equal. You know, they only won the rebounding game 42-39. The assist game's pretty even. They did get to the free throw line, which was great. Just a fantastic game. I can't speak enough. I thought it was a well-rounded game. Like Green just said, he needed his teammates and they stepped up big.
Well, let's take a look at the story of the second half. Boy, oh boy, You can't just talk about the half of this game. The first half, it was a 2-point difference, Cheshire with the lead. And going into the second half, this was the only quarter that Cheshire didn't score 20 or more points. And Caledonia started to impose themselves on the game. EJ Stevens knocking it down from 3. LaQuincy Rideau having his way with the game. Quade Green pouring in the points.
Yeah, and it just, for me, I think Caledonia managing to figure it out. It was slowing Phoenix down in the transition offense. That's what they needed to find. But Green, he was big, just found his momentum, found his strength, and also Malcolm, because I just think without his rebounding, forget his scoring, he had 23 points, but he had huge 5 offensive rebounds. And there's that massive shot by Police. If that doesn't happen, wow, where are we? They take the L.
Well, then we went to overtime, and Caledonia found the next gear. Fraser Malcolm came up big, the home hero. The boy from Scotland, now a man, making big plays in overtime basketball. Check this 3, click, click, boom. Fraser Malcolm getting it done. Aaron Rideau tried to battle away and help his team back into the game, but it wasn't enough. Remember, points difference was key. EJ Stevens made sure that the head-to-head was theirs as the ball goes into play for tip, and it was no good for Caledonia in the end. But we're here with head coach Gareth Murray after that one. First of all, Gareth, what a game to be involved with. That 3-pointer from Polizza to take it to overtime. Wow.
Yeah, huge 3, huge play. Quaddy found him open, pump fake. We practice that shot every day, so I'm glad he made it for sure, 100%. Actually, we're working for the head-to-head and the tie, so it's actually tied head-to-head, I think, right? So we were playing for the head-to-head tie. We're trying not to give up a 3 at the end there, but he hit a 3. I think it's tied now. It was -6 before the game, so I'm happy we got the win. Disappointed we didn't take the head-to-head, though.
Of course, I was thinking about that when it went to overtime. You had the opportunity. I did call it early on in the game, and I said, I think you might want to win this game, but also want the opportunity to go to overtime to take that head-to-head. Nonetheless, though, Gareth, the game in moments was really full-flowing, especially in the first half. Not incredible amount of or high-quality level of defense, but the scoring was fantastic.
You got 2 teams that are pretty. Way we play offense now is a little bit more up-tempo to the beginning, right? Cheshire have been playing like this all year, so you got 2 pretty high-tempo offensive teams right now. Some great scorers on both teams, so yeah, it's going to be free-flowing. Referees still call a lot of fouls, right? It's not for me. Let's keep the free throws in like the 12s and 15s, and these 30s is too much. Like, let's keep the game flowing, but. Honestly, like I said, I'm happy to get the win. Disappointed not to take the head-to-head, but I'm happy to get the win, 100%.
Coach Gareth, this is Zania Stewart here. 5 wins in a row. You guys are playing fantastic basketball at the right time. Just tell me about the confidence of your team right now.
Yeah, they believe in each other. We do a lot of team building, team chemistry, team sports psychology. They believe in each other, and they're playing for me, which is always a great thing for a coach. They want to fight for each other. They want to fight for the coach. They want to fight for the coaching staff. They want to fight for the fans and coming out to watch them as well. So the chemistry is really good right now. We know we have some guys that are injured on the sidelines, but everyone's there every day practicing, and we're working as a team, and that's the biggest thing for me.
Thanks, Gareth. I'm being told off by our production team because I'm going to ask one question, one word, describe Fraser Malcolm. Hometown hero. Hometown hero. Exactly.
That's 2 words, but okay. It's 2-3 words, but hero for me. Amazing.
We'll finish on that.
Quaddy got the plaudits, but Fraser Malcolm's the hero.
Yes, well, he is.
Thank you very much, Gareth. Congratulations on the victory.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, let's take a look at the results and fixtures over the weekend. What a weekend it's been. Riders, of course, fell at home to Bristol live on Sky Sports. Plymouth City Patriots defeated the Giants. Cheshire Phoenix won against the Surrey Scorchers. Bristol fell to London. Caledonia took the overtime victory and I believe it tied head-to-head now. And it's half-time between the Manchester Giants and the B-Brawn Sheffield Sharks. There are the standings. Well, as you can see, a game in hand the Cheshire Phoenix have, but a tough run-in towards the end of the season. They'll finish their last game of the season at home, or should I say, against the London Lions. And so Caledonia will be hoping to just win their remaining games and see how Cheshire Phoenix do. Well, Azania, how do we describe all of that?
That was, yeah, I'm exhausted. That was everything and more that I've ever wanted from a game. The expectations, players stepping up, the coaching, the overtime. I'm going to be late to my party now, but I'm so happy that I was a part of that. That was a wonderful game, and I really enjoyed that. Thank you for being with me.
Oh, no, it's been a great game nonetheless. So thank you very much for joining us live on the British Basketball League YouTube channel. The action will continue next week, so make sure you join us. Don't go anywhere. The British Basketball League is heating up.